So, finally, we got it. Tonight we are playing Doomsday, and by that I mean Martin is gonna play Doomsday, and I'm just gonna follow along and try to learn. This deck was submitted by Carlo, or rather, this archetype. This deck is the current list that Martin suggests, and that we're actually gonna play tonight. I'm gonna put it on screen so you can see it over here. But first of all, Martin, hey, how's it going? Can we learn something about you? I know that you're a very devout, committed Doomsday player, have been around in Legacy for quite a while. People know you by your nickname, nevilshute. I never know how to pronounce it, even though you told me.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me on. I am, I'm from Copenhagen in Denmark, and I have played Magic since 1994 when I was 12 years old, I guess. And took long breaks on and off. Got into Legacy in 2012, right around Avacyn Restored. And quickly became really hooked on like casting dark rituals and was playing a lot of ad nauseam tendrils. That's sort of where I got my best results, and always had a bit of a pinch to try and play Doomsday back then when it was DDFT, Doomsday Fetchland Tendrils, and never really got. I was never really very good with it and never really played it a lot. But since taking a couple of years off of Legacy when my kids were really small, I came back in January, right when a lot of things were happening, and Underworld Breach and Thassa's Oracle were printed, and
Yeah, those cards make a really big difference, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I was playing Breach, and I noticed with some amazement that there was an actual Doomsday deck being played, and it was actually really good. But as long as Breach was out there and the Tier 0 deck was playing for Brain Freeze, I thought, no way I'm going to play Doomsday. But as soon as Breach was banned, I jumped on the Doomsday wagon, and I haven't looked back. It's just amazing. I always, for the whole time I was playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils, I secretly yearned to be able to play Dark Ritual and Force of Will in the same deck.
Yeah, for a long time, I would even say that's like the holy grail of Legacy. The only deck that has really done that, other than Doomsday, is I guess Blue-Black Reanimator, if they played Dark Ritual, which was not even a given. And there's something special about Doomsday. The deck has been around ever since I've been in the format pretty much, or almost. Like, I didn't really hear about it in the early years, but I also wasn't that committed to Legacy. I've started hearing about it in like 2009, 2010. I guess like names like Liche or Christoph Alzheimer come to mind, who played the deck back then, and those guys really left an impression on me, seeing them come out of the craziest of situations. There was one situation at GP Amsterdam 2011. I was sitting next to Christoph, we call him Alci, and he was up against some kind of sneak show, and the guy had the guy had just put Emrakul into play. And as Christoph was sitting there and he's like trying to figure out how to win, the guy just reveals his hand and it's like 3 forces plus pitch. And he's like, you cannot win. And then Christoph's like, oh, give me a second. And then he actually wins through that. And it's just the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And ever since, I've just totally been in love. I remember back in the day, there were also like so many puzzles. And one of the puzzles that really caught me by surprise was like, you have to beat Gadoktik, this card, that card, and Mindbreak Trap. And the solution was to actually not remove the Gadoktik, because the Gadoktik also prevents the Mindbreak Trap from being cast, and to win through not Tendrils of Agony, but some Burning Wish backup win condition. And that was, wow, Galaxy Brain style.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, that's not what we're doing anymore, right?
No, now we have the more sort of bulldozer plan of just winning with Thassa's Oracle, which is just, it is like, if you've ever played Doomsday before, and especially if you tried the mean deck Doomsday that Stephen Menendian sort of tried to push with Labman as the win condition, then you get to switch out Labman with Thassa's Oracle. It's basically like, I don't know, switching your bicycle with a Ferrari. It's the card is, and it's not immediately all that apparent, because Thassa's Oracle is one of those cards that you probably read a couple of times to begin with, and see people playing against Doomsday now, you have 0 cards in your library and they'll still like try to remove it, because this, for some reason, it's not one of those intuitive, oh, I read it and I just completely get it. Where removing it doesn't matter if you have 0 cards in your library. So I don't know, it's just like once I got started playing with it, I was like, no way. I mean, you don't have to, like, it's 1 mana cheaper. You don't need to empty your library, and you also don't need to draw a card after it resolves and for it to remain in play. It's just it's completely it's 2 different things, you know. So I think that's in one way, I guess it's unfortunate that you don't still have that DDFT deck that, you know, where the true geniuses could really shine, and you would like be able to, you know, beat Deep Blue or whatever playing on the other side. But I think this is it's amazing. I never thought Doomsday would be like a top tier legacy deck.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't.
I actually felt that deck has been top tier for quite a while, but then, like you mentioned, we had some other decks in the format, and those got banned. But now we're back at a state of the format where I really feel like if you play this deck well, you can do incredibly well. I think you kept track of your stats and everything. And
Yeah.
can you tell us like what your overall win percentage of the deck is over how many matches? Like just
Yeah,
a rough estimate.
It's well, I just looked and did like a macro archetype breakdown, but my overall match win percentage is exactly 65% over
That's
508
really good.
matches. Yeah,
On
it's
Magic
it's been
Online,
great.
that's outstanding, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm super happy. I wasn't expecting for it to go that well, and that is on Magic Online only leagues and challenges. And what and you know, Delver is the hardest of the sort of really popular matchups that you can face.
Mm-hmm.
And it is it's not even close. Like there is one worse matchup, and that's the Echo Urza Stompy deck,
Oh yeah.
Echo Vian's Narset deck. But that's seeing maybe a bit more play than Doomsday is, but not anywhere near what Delver is, right? So
Yeah.
against Delver, in the Doomsday Discord, it's, you know, I actually often think about what you say on your podcast. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you think about Delver, and when you brush your teeth, you think about Delver. That's basically what the Doomsday Discord channel is a lot of the time. It's like we're, you know, 20 people trying to scratch your heads and improve the Delver matchup. And it has improved. It's gone from, like, when I was testing with Esper, I got to about 250 matches overall, and my Delver matchup there, which was I guess about 50 matches, it was about 30%, and now I am at 89 Delver matchups, and it's 45%. So, you know, you are still a pretty clear underdog, but it's not that bad, right? But it's always just going to be, it's a tough matchup. You know, you're playing a combo deck that will deal itself 10 damage when trying to go off, basically, you know, and you're up against the tempo deck that has like lightning bolts and is basically able to play like a control aggro deck against you. So it's pretty tough. You know, our life source is an important resource. So so that was just also to say that the 65%, you know, in that is 89 matches where we are 45% against Delver. So if we were, that also means that against like almost the rest of the format, the deck is like, let me just check, right? I am I think like 69 or 70 something percent against the combo macro archetype, which is, you know, sneak and show and show and tell in general is just like really favored, and storm is also good and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy about where the deck is right now.
Yeah, I'm loving to see it. Like you mentioned, you've got a playable matchup against Delver, and on top of that, against the rest of the format, you're vastly advantaged, pretty much. So this is the kind of deck I'm very serious about. This, like I've been having a lot of success with elves, but I really want to get into this. I want to say Doomsday is one of the coolest decks, or rather cards in the history of Magic, and I'm not even sure how they got away with printing this for 3 mana. You mentioned that there's an Esper version. This is pretty much the Grixis version. Even actually, it's more like a 4-color version. Now that I look at it, it's
yeah. So I think when Doomsday, when Ethan and Eric and those guys were sort of getting results initially, at least from what I've been able to pick up, it was mainly with an Esper version that ran 2 to 3 to Fairy, and it ran Arkham's Astrolabe, and that was an amazingly cool deck. I had a lot of fun playing with it, I couldn't beat Delver to save my life, but I felt so favored against almost anything else. And then I got to talking to Kai Sawatari, you know, an old
Oh
Storm
yeah,
bro, and
yeah.
kind of nudged him to give it a go, and he got on board, and immediately he was like, "Dude, aren't we playing Red Blast?" You know, and
It's amazing that Kai is actually playing again. Like all I see him do is post pictures from Japan of his food. Is he
yeah,
playing on
yeah,
Magic
yeah,
Online now?
yeah, he is.
Oh, what's his nickname? Or is it secret?
No, I don't think it's secret. It's because it's the same as it was on the source. It's Sawatari X.
I've never played.
Um,
Oh, well, I guess he's in Japan. That explains something.
yeah, he's in Japan, so he plays during the daytime for us. But he was like, dude, we should be playing Red Blast, and we should be playing Days. That was Ethan was already playing Dazes, and I know Brandon, one of the other godfathers of Doomsday,
Yeah,
Midland, I think.
Emlyn or something.
Yeah,
Midland, yeah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I think they were also on Days, and once we swapped the white cards for the blasts basically and added Days, just suddenly meant that we had a lot more game against Delver. Even though this is in no way to sugarcoat it, Delver is still favored, and especially like if you're up against a really seasoned Delver player that knows what you're on, and you need to run a bit hot. You need the better side of your draws. But it was just atrocious back then on the Esper. But I mean,
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing Esper. You haven't lived until you have resolved a Doomsday on your opponent's end step, and or have like cycled a Street Wraith into a Terminus on their attack step.
Oh man.
Um, yeah,
I like to imagine you play the Esper game and they think you're some kind of Esper control deck, and like on turn 5 on their end step you cast Doomsday and they're like, oh shit, I was gotten.
yeah. I mean, resolving Doomsday under like with the Teferi play is ridiculous. I mean, I have I only play Legacy, so I've never really gotten into any of the like the
Oh, you're
debate
one of
on
those guys? Yeah,
standard.
me too.
Yeah. So, but I get that why some people have a hard time with the card Teferi, because once it's in play, it just completely disables a critical aspect of the of Magic, stack interaction. It's yeah. So I mean, it was fun, but I just felt like the core strategy is very, very, very well suited against a bunch of legacy. If someone is
Yeah.
playing like Loam strategies or like Thalia strategies, if someone is playing like blue, like slow
You can
control
call them
decks.
those green decks, right? I know
Yeah,
that combo mages always look down on basic forest. Do we play basic forest? No, we play basic island and swamp. Okay.
yeah.
By the way, Cavern is
I
also
just
a really big important part of the deck right now, right? I've seen so
oh
many
yeah
piles where
yeah.
you just win through everything. It's crazy.
I think honestly, Cavern. Once I was convinced to put it in the main deck, it just like it feels so good against like blue based control decks, and I include like Snoko in that. I guess it also is. Someone told me about a term like Brewer's Advantage. Like people don't really have this deck that much on their radar. What actually will happen a lot of the time is once Doomsday resolves, even though the game doesn't end right there, it will very often end in in all but an
Yeah.
actual sense, because they don't put pressure on you, and people will sometimes feel like, okay, I'm just gonna let this Doomsday resolve because I mean I have all this counter magic, and I will then have a guaranteed win because they only have 5 cards to draw, and then they'll lose, and they won't see Cavern coming, and it just hits them like a freight train. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm expecting that the percentage of wins that come that way will probably go down a bit. But the thing is, like, we have so much interaction ourselves, days and forces, and some discard and
Pyroblasts.
pyroblast. It just really means you can actually leverage those cards to like really just push the Doomsday through. And then once the dust is settled, there are like a couple of scenarios you lose to, and you just have to be able to accept that sometimes that will happen. Sometimes you'll be up against the control deck that really trolls you and has put Stifle in, or
Mm.
or something else. But a lot of the time, it works really really well.
Yeah. I was wondering whether the Cavern comes up the most these days when you have to do something like a pass the turn pile and then they cantrip into maybe another Force of Will. And then you got the insurance that you can play around that. Because you mentioned there's very few scenarios post Doomsday where you actually lose. You mentioned Stifle, which is probably the most common one. I'm not sure. I know in the past we could try to disrupt Doomsday by, for example, casting Surgical Extraction on the Doomsday that goes to the graveyard.
Yeah.
And then you basically mess up the pile, and then it's gonna take them at least a turn or two more, depending on how lucky they get. But now, when I look at the way Doomsday is built now, even if you get to shuffle their library, it's actually often not that big of a deal. Like the best case scenario for me when I play a deck that would do that is to shuffle their library and then hope they draw Thassa's Oracle early, and then I can Thoughtseize it away or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's not really happening very reliably. So,
No,
any other scenarios?
well, I mean, the decks that you would expect to maybe bring in Mindbreak Trap, you have to be able to play around Mindbreak Trap, right? Surgical Extraction is also a card, like you just mentioned. It shuffles your library. There was a time when I was playing, not very long ago, when I was playing Unearth, and when I was doing that, I needed to sort of pay mind that, am I actually playing into Surgical here? But I don't know. I've replaced Unearth with Ideas Unbound, and Ideas Unbound doesn't really care that much about the order of your library. You can still obviously can still do something. The Surgical. If I was playing against Doomsday, I would for sure bring in Surgical. And if you're making a predict pile, and you see, I have predict in the deck, and if for whatever reason it's more feasible to make predict than Unearth, than Ideas Unbound, if I don't have 2 blue, then you can definitely like. One thing is you will almost certainly mess me up in terms of I won't know which card to name, but I'll also then have like a 1 in 4 or a 1 in 5 risk of actually milling my Oracle, and I don't have Unearth anymore. So then the game just ends as well. And I think that's the thing about Doomsday. Yeah, and that's the thing to know about Doomsday, because you said you've been really sort of thinking about like maybe getting into it and stuff. Is that it is just one of those types of decks where you need to be able to eat a couple of unpleasant defeats now and then, right? You need to be able to just accept that sometimes, you build a pile and either something that wasn't on your radar just completely sucker punched you once you passed the turn, or you built it and thought, okay, well, I mean, if they have exactly a wasteland next turn, I lose, but in any other scenario, I win. And then they had the wasteland, and it was just a matter of sort of just take it on the chin and move on. And I think also like people that play Storm have a tendency to maybe gravitate towards Doomsday, and people that don't like aspects of playing like Dark Ritual combo will probably not like Doomsday. And it's also because you can sometimes get to that feeling where it's just terrible to sit there and lose to like a resolved Chalice on 1 and Aethersworn Canonist and not feel like you can do anything and not have any agency over an important game. So, but that will just happen. But you just have to remember all the times where you kill them on turn 1 or 2.
How often does it happen that you actually kill them on the first turn? I guess it involves Dark Ritual, Doomsday, and a Cycler, and then some extra mana.
There are a couple of different sort of constellation of opening 7 card hands that you can win on turn 1 with. It will very, very rarely, if ever at all, be able to happen with keeping up Force of Will or Daze throughout, because it will very often involve you having to crack your lines out diamond. But it does happen. It's not that common. I think probably Ad Nauseam Tendrils got more turn 1s with like double Dark Ritual Ad Nauseam or just Tutor Chain into Past in Flames or whatever. I think I wouldn't want to. I've not kept track of it, but I would guess like maybe once every couple of leagues or something like that, I get a turn 1 kill.
Okay. But the deck is also not optimized for that, right? You can play such a grindy game, and even if when I look at the sideboard, when we're up against anything controlish, I almost feel sorry for the control mage. We bring in 2 more Red Blasts, 2 Whales, maybe even like Flusterstorm or Spell Pierces. Like, we have so much protection, we can wait forever and eventually just
I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this, and we will probably get paired against blue control and lose, but I feel so good against blue control decks. It is, like you said, with Cavern and even Cavern in the main, we get to bring in all that stuff. It's just it really feels very tilted towards us. Having said that, like you were asking me what types of cards can get us after we make the pile, like predict out of miracles, or that's where you would see it. But like predict can actually is a card you need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And like I had someone standstill me the other day, and then they tried to break the standstill to have me draw my deck. Fortunately, I was able to respond and not lose. But you know, if you're hellbent and you haven't thought about it, you know, you draw your last card. It's Thassa's Oracle. You cast it, trigger the standstill, and then they fire blast it. You know, even though it's coming through the cavern.
That's hilarious. So. I want that to go out. Let's actually jump into a league to find out.
For sure.
We will see how that's gonna go. There's Legacy League and 100 play points. I should have that. Oh, I do. Here we go. So, what are we gonna get for our first matchup? What's the easiest matchup in the world? Don't tell me elves. Maybe that's probably good as well.
Prior to the printing of Allosaurus Rider, I would have said elves. Honestly, I would have, because my record was flawless with Grixis. It was 12-0. Since then, I am now 13-3, so I have lost 3 and 1-1 since I've faced Allosaurus Shepherd. I don't know what would be best.
Honestly, can I interrupt you there? Thanks a lot to good brother MTG, Scott Monroe, just giving out how many more? I don't know, like a ton, something like 5 new subscriptions. We already got 5 new people in the Glimpse channel. Welcome Romario, welcome the man with the plan, White Faces, my co-host in Everyday Eternal, Rapper Cheap, and we got Chef White Pokemon. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome. This is gonna be some serious doomsdaying going on. So. Going back, sorry to interrupt you, man. You were just gonna tell me how you wreck elves until the Allosaurus Rider was printed.
Yeah. It's ooh, that's no good.
Yeah, we're gonna send that away, right?
Yeah. So just in case the chat doesn't know, I'm on a like 5-second delay the video, I think. So if I'm slow to talk, that's what it is.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah, the video should only be like a second or 2, maybe 3 behind, but we'll figure this out. This looks very much like a keep, right? Are we gonna send away the Underground Sea?
Oh yeah, this is a keep. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Let's send away the Underground Sea. Whenever you're assessing opening hands and you don't have a Dark Ritual, you always need to think about if there's a world where you want to just hard cast Doomsday, either off 2 lands and a pedal or 3 lands. So that's why I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the card Basic Island. But seeing as that is not really a factor here, I think sending away the Underground Sea is fine. Yeah. And we're on the draw. Yeah, all right.
Underground Sea Ponder. My first thought is this is some kind of combo deck. But there's not too many like blue-black diver decks around right now. Okay, this is part of it. Are we gonna just sit here or do we crack the Preordain?
Sorry, I need to catch up. Your opponent is still resolving Ponder on my screen.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, maybe I need to switch. I'm actually gonna turn off Twitch and log back in because my browser freaked out about 5 minutes ago, and since then it got worse. So hang on.
Maybe I can actually share my screen with you and it won't cause any lag. I'm gonna try that again.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, so I'm sharing the screen right now. People in chat, let me know if this is causing serious lag on the stream. Upon saying good luck, thanks. You too, we say.
All right, I see your screen now.
I previously shared on Discord, but it was causing severe lag on Twitch because I guess my computer was just having too much trouble sending the video feed to both ends. But now I'm sending it again at a slightly reduced resolution, so I think. I don't know if you can still like see what's going on.
I can see. I don't know if you're talking to me or the chat.
Anyone, both actually. So if there's no complaints in chat, we will go on like this.
All right, just let me know, because now I'm looking through Discord. Okay, so I guess like Underground Sea Ponder, and you think it's combo or it's. Oh, yeah, no. I was just saying it's a combo deck, or it's like Death Shadow would be like my 2 primary concerns here. And if it's Death Shadow, they have Wasteland, but we don't have Dark Ritual. No, I think a lot of people would probably say go basic island here
Yeah.
and preordain. I'm tempted to go underground sea, but
Okay.
yeah.
So let's do that.
Uh,
Oh my god, I got the
yeah,
wrong underground seas, by the way.
oh, that's okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so what are you basically looking for here? Like probably like a dark ritual, a cycler.
Dark Ritual, just a Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual would be amazing here, and if we don't if have our land, is that Force of Will?
Yeah.
I think we want the third land. So, and I think also it's fine taking the Force of Will. So maybe stack them C and then draw Force of Will,
Okay.
just in case it's like Storm or whatever, and we
Oh,
need to
good point.
force.
Yeah. I was
Um,
almost gonna send a beta force, but there's still a chance that this is some kind of combo deck, right? So it's actually good to have that.
yeah.
Do we have a Doomsday song? Well, I have a Doomsday animation. I don't have a Doomsday song yet. I couldn't find one. Okay, so there's Wasteland.
Okay. So I
We
would
got that.
probably think then that it is Shadow. Although it's weird then that they have not dealt themselves any damage. So, um, so here I
Probably just Delta Go, I would think.
yeah. No, let's do that. It means we probably don't want to brainstorm on the end of their turn, but I guess that's fine. They aren't representing any pressure at all, so and we can blast this way if we would have to, if we need to. But
Okay, chat is saying there's actually lag again. I need to do something about that. So let's. I'm gonna stop the streaming on your end again, and I'm gonna resume on a even lower bitrate, not to a bitrate, but a
yeah, but I'm
15 FPS.
in your Twitch now, and I think like they have Flooded Strand on the stack, right? So I
Yeah.
think I'm not too far behind now. I just reset.
Oops. Okay, now I'm back. I accidentally left the call.
All right,
Okay,
can you hear
I
me?
got Noble Hierarch. Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect.
All right, cool. Noble Hierarch. Okay.
Yeah, I
This
didn't
is like
force that. I guess that I just get to have that.
yeah, that's probably fine. So what is this? Is this like some sort of bug Leovold type
Yeah,
uh
I would
or
think that's
natural order?
the Tristan deck that went to the finals of GP Bologna, the Bug Sonnet deck. I would think
Right.
I think they play like a Wasteland or two.
So I think I would underground see brainstorm here.
Oh, Brainstorm. Okay, okay, and then we can
Yeah,
follow it up with a Ponder if we want to, or maybe even
yeah,
find discard or something.
yeah. Just like it's not apparent that we want this like two more cantrips here, so maybe we'll find like Dark Ritual or Petal and some action here. But let's see. Looks like they were thinking about
Okay,
denying us.
so we got a Force of Will, we got a Pyroblast, and then a bunch of cantrips. Our combo engine, which I guess I can move over there because we're definitely gonna keep that.
What's the card furthest to the right? I don't see it.
Doomsday.
Oh, Thoughtseize now. Okay.
Oh, Thoughtseize. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So I think maybe the plan is going to be to hard cast Doomsday next turn,
Mm-hmm.
and for that we want the Force as protection. We want the land and the Doomsday, obviously. And we want another blue card for Force. We probably don't want the Pyroblast then.
Uh-huh.
What I would probably do here is put back Pyroblast, put back Brainstorm, and then I would Thoughtseize them now,
Yeah.
while they don't have Veil mana.
And I guess we go for Underground Sea anyway, because we already got like two. Actually, there's
No,
no more
didn't they?
Underground Sea left in the deck.
They wasted us. They wasted us off the first Underground. So yeah, I guess we grab Badlands here. We might
Okay.
need to make a pile that has
A Pyroblast.
yeah, exactly, and we can't get some. Ideally, I think we prioritize blue mana over red here, but we want to cast Doomsday. So
Is there any consideration of Force of Willing the Brainstorm? Probably not, right?
so I don't think so. No.
Okay, cool.
It's kind of feel bad if they get to another wasteland, but we're not like in a terrible position here because we can.
I guess the card that scares me the most from the top is something like a discard spell, because then we have to find. Okay, we probably take the blue card, right? Because next turn they can't Farcifer, and we don't really care about the Chitte, do we?
Can you maximize this, the thing here?
It's the Brazen Borrower.
Yeah, for sure. Take the
Okay,
Borrower. We don't care about. So hang on. So next turn, we'll be passing the turn right now at 16. They can attack us down to 15. We get the turn. We Doomsday drop to 7. We can then equip Ite.
There's Leopold.
There's Leopold. Okay, well he is. He's gonna get
Farcifer that, I guess. And
yeah. For sure. Force of Will, pitch Ponder, I think.
Okay, cool.
Because if we draw a Petal or a Dark Ritual, we get to same turn win.
So let's try that. Let's channel our inner Petal drawing. Where's the Petal? Oh, there's a Ponder. I guess we just resolve Doomsday here, and we're gonna be done in like a turn or two from here, I would guess.
So can you just show me their hand? Is that what's
Chitte and 2 fetch lands.
Okay. So yeah, basically we Doomsday here.
Oh my god, this feels great. You go for it. Oh my god, I've never resolved Doomsday on Magic Online. Or actually ever. I think I actually resolved it in paper up a couple times when I played the mean deck Doomsday.
Right.
Okay, so walk me through this. This is probably gonna be the most standard of standardish piles, but how are we gonna go about it?
Well, no. See, the thing is, they'll get a draw here, right? And if it's a wasteland, then we can't rely on Ideas Unbound. So what I would probably do is put Predict as my top card.
Oh, by the way, it's true that they should have one unknown. No, they actually shouldn't. Chat is saying they have one unknown, but they shouldn't because Leopold was drawn, and
yeah, exactly right.
Strand was played. So how would they have one undrawn? One unknown. No, the Flooded Strand was already gone before the Brainstorm. No, okay, we're fine.
Yeah. All right, so I think I would grab Predict.
Do I already have to click them in the order they're gonna go into the library?
No. For now, you just click them, and a green sort of frame will highlight them.
Oh, I see.
Once you click the 5th card, you will get a new window where you then have to click OK, and then you have to stack them. So Predict, probably
Oracle?
Pyroblast.
Okay, cool.
No. Yeah, Pyroblast, because then if for some reason
they can hardcast Farcifer next turn, I guess.
Can. I'm mostly putting Pyroblast in there as an insurance policy in case they have hid a Leovold again or an Narset. So, and then you want to grab Edge of Autumn. And Cavern of Souls.
It's gonna be Cavern of Souls.
Yeah.
Okay, and now here's the new thing. Can I just like move them around here, or how is it gonna finish? So click.
I'm just a few seconds behind.
Click a card to select it, or click a card to unselect it. Okay. Okay, so it's basically asking us, are these the 5 cards that you really want?
Yeah, exactly. So you can click OK to that, and then you need to stack them like you were stacking a Ponder. So the first card you click is going to go on the bottom.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what's the magic order?
Yeah, so you want Oracle on the bottom. Doesn't really actually no. Let me just think. Maybe we want Cavern on the bottom. If nothing goes wrong, it won't matter. I know. I'm sorry. I've changed my mind. Put Oracle on the bottom, then Cavern, then Edge of Autumn, and then Pyroblast, and then Predict on top.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we successfully resolved our first Doomsday in Magic Online right now. So opponent is probably like 90% plus X stat. But
well, let's consider what we lose to. We lose to them having 2 wastelands.
Okay, the first, they can only ever have 1 wasteland, right?
Yeah, no. But if they have 1, then that buys them another turn. And if they were to go runner wasteland, that would kill us.
Oh, true. So we got there. We got there. They already conceded. They
But,
played a fetch land and they conceded. So there was
oh,
nothing else for
okay.
them to do.
All right. So this is an interesting pile we're up against. It's always a little bit of a question if we want more like red blast effects, if what they're going to be doing is discarding us. But seeing as they have like Leovold, they probably also have like Narset. I would bring in the other two more red blasts.
Okay, so let's
I would
move
I would
those over there for
for
sure.
yeah, I would for sure also bring in Veil, both
Mm-hmm.
Veils. Um, and then I would consider bringing in um like the Flusterstorm. Yeah, I would bring in the Flusterstorm.
Mm-hmm. I guess the
Um,
counters Greens and Sonnet, discard, and sometimes Force of Will and stuff.
yeah, it's like it's good in a counter war and it can counter Narset. Or like I don't know if they have
Well, this one can, I
Teferi.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. No. I was thinking about Spell Pierce. Okay, let's just for a second think about what we don't want. We don't want Lindell's Vault. We don't want Lion's Eye Diamond.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes
We,
sense.
we don't want 4 dazes on the draw versus the Noble Hierarch deck. So probably I would shave 2 dazes.
Mm-hmm.
We have to.
Are we cast removing like Lotus Petals or stuff, assuming the game goes long or something?
I could see myself cutting a Lotus Petal, but then I would maybe consider adding one Carpet of Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Can do a lot of work. How many? What's our total right now?
61, we gotta cut one more card.
Okay, did you add Carpet?
Not yet.
Okay, I think I want to ask myself if I want Thoughtseize in what is likely going to be a Veil deck, like a Veil
Mm-hmm.
matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably actually cut 2 Thoughtseize. I would bring in one Carpet and one Spell Pierce.
And then we still gotta cut one card.
Then I would cut a Lotus Petal if we're on 3
Okay,
Lotus
cool.
Petal right now. Yeah.
And we brought in one Carpet of Flowers, so basically that exchanges for the Lotus Petal, and then we took out 2 Thoughtseizes and brought in a bunch of discard as well as like took out.
Yeah.
This is like stuff that's weak and control and grind heavy mirrors, the Limdus Vault and the LED. And the
Yeah, the LED basically is a weakness in if your opponent ever keeps counter magic for after Doomsday has resolved. And it's frequently going to be possible at least. So that's why I cut that. And Lindell's Vault, I don't know, it's just like card disadvantage. They can just counter what you tutor up. Okay, so I mean, it's kind of iffy seeing as they are on Carpet. On Wasteland, right?
Yeah.
But it's at the same time, it's a pretty decent looking hand, I would say. So I would keep this.
Yeah, I kind of like it quite a bit.
Yeah, and then I think let's see what happens. If we don't draw another land, I would be inclined to or I guess even if we draw another land, I would be inclined to just go. But let's see what they do.
I guess that there's not much they can actually do in the first turn other than, I guess, discard or okay, this looks to be discard, right? There's no way there's gonna be anything else. Okay, so Scrubland Thoughtseize. I didn't expect the bite out of them. That also means there could be either Swan Canonist, even though barely anyone plays this card anymore, I would think. At least I never.
Yeah, there could be Canonist. There could be Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage will hopefully go down in a Unfire hailstorm of Red Blast and Pyroblast, but Canonist or Deafening Silence would be a bit of a problem because it's a blue deck, right? So I mean, if those cards are a little bit more manageable, if your opponent can't sit on a Force of Will behind it. So what do you take if you're them?
Here?
Oh, sorry, I guess it was already taken.
They ended up taking the Ponder, so I guess we're not casting the Brainstorm here, so I would assume we just pass the turn.
Yeah, just go land go, and we have Veil, but they can't meaningfully. I guess actually thinking about now, there was an argument to be made that we should have brought in Bayou to have a second green duel, but yeah, we'll see if we get to game 3 if we want that.
Let's see if this is gonna be Mage. This is actually mage. Do we Pyroblast the mage? I guess that makes us fetch Badlands or Volcanic.
Hmm.
You could also let it resolve and try to kill it later on, but that's I don't know how that usually
So
works
they
out.
know about the Pyroblast, right?
No, they don't. They don't know about. We just do the Pyroblast for the turn.
Right, okay. I think so. What we could do is let it resolve and then end of turn fetch Volcanic Brainstorm, hope to hit a second land so that we can Pyroblast with Pierce up in case they were to be.
I like that. That's smart.
So probably let's do that. It
okay, cool.
it doesn't garner any value for them once it resolves, so it's not like with the Narset where they get a card or a Leovold, so it's probably fine.
I wonder what they're gonna name. Probably Doomsday.
I think they'll name
Thassa's
Doomsday.
Oracle. Okay, we can probably even craft a pile that just beats a Meddling Mage and Thassa's Oracle. But yeah, let's try to find an extra land here.
Can't. We will need to get rid of the because we don't have Unearth, so we will have to get rid of the Meddling Mage. But I mean, we have 4 main deck answers, one of which is in our hand right now. So I don't.
Awesome. So we found an extra land. We found an extra cantrip. What are we gonna send away? Are we gonna send away the Edge of Autumn? I don't know. I guess having a cycler allows you to win on the same turn you to Doomsday.
Yeah, but I think that's not that important. I think we need to value our they have a wasteland, so I think I would value keeping both of those lands, and probably the rest of the hand is better than the edge. That would be my
cool.
take. So put back edge, put back Underground Sea or whatever, and then
yeah, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna draw into that anyway, and then we're gonna run out the fetch land.
Yeah, and the good thing about having Dark Ritual is we don't really need to be too worried about getting black sources as long as we eventually get one black source.
Well, there goes that. They Surgical or Ponder, but after the draw step. I guess we just let I don't really care about that. Do we?
They Surgical Ponder? Oh no, by all means.
Go ahead, be my guest.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those plays, but they do happen quite often, and sometimes they end up really hurting you, but most of the time they just go down a card, right? This would have been a lot more valuable for them after we resolve Doomsday, probably anyways.
Yeah. So at this point they're down to 3 cards, so we are already beating a Force of Will with Whale and well, I guess the Pyroblast is gonna go after the Meddling Mage. But this is gonna be good.
It's not clear whether we want to fight over the Meddling Mage right now, or if we just want to do that at some point after we resolve Doomsday. Probably now, because there's no reason for them to be allowed to get a clock going on us. That is one way we lose if somehow once we get to if we don't find Doomsday in time.
I was wondering if we just sit back and try to Pyroblast a Leovold or something. Or is that not worth it?
No, that's a good point. Leovold is a backbreaker. So I think maybe we just pass here.
Okay, cool. So no preordain as well?
Yeah, because I think we want to. I could be wrong, but I want to keep open both all my options, like Veil and Pyroblast and Pierce. So if we give them the turn and they play a 3rd land and don't play Leovold, maybe I want to Pyroblast end of turn.
Okay, Tarmogoyf you don't care about. I mean, it increases their clock. So at this point, I'm actually wondering whether we wanna hit the Meddling Mage because they played the pre-combat Tarmogoyf.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. I think we do want that to just preserve our life total.
I guess it also grows the Tarmogoyf by 1, but it still preserves our life
total
a little bit.
It still heals us for 1 life every turn.
Yeah.
Looking at it that way.
It heals us for 1 life every turn. Ivory Tower in the house, I like it. Okay. So they did nothing except for Mr. Goyf. We got an extra. So at this point, we're really only looking to find Doomsday, I would guess. Do we just preordain here?
Yeah, I need to see what you drew. I'm still a couple of seconds behind.
Okay, so we draw Bloodstained Mire.
Bloodstained Mire. Okay, I think. Yeah, I think we just preordain off of Volcanic.
Oh, they forced the preordain. What the fuck?
Really?
Force preordain pitch to fairy.
Are they on one card then?
Yeah.
I think we just bail this, right? We fetch
Yeah,
Trop
right.
and bail.
I like that.
Wow, that's very aggressive.
Pons is very aggressive, yeah. And chat, Luini is asking whether you want to keep the Edge of Autumn sometimes against a potential wasteland, right? So you get to like 2-for-1 them. I guess that's very reasonable. It just wasn't meant for the hand we previously had.
Yeah. I mean, I view it more as like an incidental bonus when that happens.
Yeah.
It's not something I would sort of necessarily go for, but yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay. I guess if they have days here, they get us. Ooh,
but we found Doomsday. This is pretty good, right?
Okay, and we see Brainstorm Preordain. Honestly, I think we just... Well, I mean, we're gonna be casting Doomsday this turn for sure. It's just a question of how to build the pile here, and if I think we want... I
guess if you're casting Doomsday this turn, then it doesn't matter how we preordain here. I guess we can keep one of those cards.
I think we want a cantrip because each draw effect is basically us getting closer to
yeah.
Like the thing is, you have to remember is unless you're casting a spell that draws 2 cards, you have to cast 2 spells that draw 1 card on the same turn to ever be able to get both your Cavern and your Thassa's Oracle in your hand. So having cantrips, as long as you have mana for it, is fine. I think we will, regardless, probably end up passing twice, but it's not clear. Let's see. I'd say keep draw the Brainstorm.
Okay, we draw the Brainstorm, and then we run out the Doomsday, right? You said.
I think so. And what's our life total? It's 18. So fetching.
Go down to 9.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I think. Okay, I was gonna say we might want to play the Bloodstained Mire because now it's dead unless we put a land in the pile, which we could.
Got a really good point.
But it's very likely fine. All right, so click Thassa's Oracle and click Cavern of Souls.
Do we need a like a Pyroblast in case they end up drawing another Meddling Mage?
We very much do. So they could also draw like Leovold or Narset, which would be probably kill us because it will slow us so much down that the Tarmogoyf will finish us off. So I would say Pyroblast, and then I would say Edge of Autumn. And I think, honestly, I would put a Predict in there.
Okay, cool. So let's try that.
But because Predict means in case they don't have anything, right?
Yeah.
We can then actually just win next turn, I think, right? So we would predict away Pyroblast, we would draw Edge and Cavern and do it like last time. But yeah.
So we put like Thassa's or Cavern or Thassa on the bottom, and then
so the thing is, yeah. So the thing you want in terms of like Thassa on the bottom or Cavern on the bottom, what you want to consider is if it's not versus a discard deck, then I think it's probably always better to put Thassa as the second from the bottom, because then there is a world where you have to just play it on your second to last turn and hope that it doesn't get countered or you'll die. But if you are against a discard deck, then you don't want to ever risk it getting Thought Seized. So, and they do run discard. So put Thassa on the bottom, then Cavern, then put Edge of Autumn, then Pyroblast, and then Predict. Actually, exactly like last game.
Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna take 4 of the Tarmogoyf down to 5, and then we basically have to go for it, right?
Yeah, is the Tarmogoyf still that big? It probably is, but our graveyard. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what destroys us here? Like Wasteland would be annoying. Again, that would prolong the game.
Looks like they do nothing. At least no Wasteland.
Right, so they have 2 cards in hand. So play the land, and then I think we predict here.
Do we even play the land considering that I guess we can put it into Edge of Autumn or something?
Never predict the land. Don't play the land, because then you can't cast Cavern this turn.
Yeah.
So you want to predict yourself and leave open Volcanic, I think. And if they fight over it here, that means we have to pierce. And then we...
Okay, we just have to name... Pyroblast, I guess.
Yeah. So.
Okay. And now we pretty much got it, right? We can Edge of Autumn and then Cavern of Souls into for the win. I guess we lose to Stifle, but that's just how it works.
We lose to Stifle. We don't lose to Mindbreak Trap, which is nice. We lose to. I'm not sure what else we lose to. Well, I guess I got trick binded. No, the trickster doesn't do it. I got trick binded though the other day out of Delta.
Finish him.
Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. Oh, they got something. They got swords. That's not doing it. That's not doing it. And we got our first official Doomsday win. Oh, this feels good. This deck is insane.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was just as we drew it up.
Oh, I really love this deck. I like how the piles are so much easier than previous Doomsday decks. I could see myself playing this like in a couple of weeks to an okay level, I guess, if I tried a lot.
Yeah, it's I think it's a lot more sort of streamlined and I guess user friendly is a way to put it.
Yeah. That's an upside, right? But people sometimes when they're like, "Oh, my deck is so complicated to play," like in a vacuum, like if your deck is complicated to play, first of all, that's a downside. Unless it also like makes it overly hard for your opponent as well, like disproportionately. But usually that's just like an overall downside. So we are up against an unknown player. We got 3 lands, Predict, Force of Will, Brainstorm, and Dark Ritual. It looks like a keep, right?
Yeah, we didn't come here to mulligan Force of Will and Dark Ritual.
I bet if we run out Badlands, but we can't run out Badlands. There's a world where we need to brainstorm, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's run out.
I just wanted to run out the Badlands because it makes us look like Black Red Reanimator, and maybe we can like instill the fear.
Yeah, we can even like Badlands Dark Ritual thing for a while and pass, and they'll be really
good. That's amazing. So do we like end of turn brainstorm here to get a predict next turn, or is that too cute?
I probably wouldn't do that normally. It would be a fine play, I guess, but there's a chance we can. Yeah, I want to get a card deeper.
So we found a preordain. I guess we're gonna play that.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's run that out. So the hunt for Doomsday has begun again. LED and Volcanic. I guess we don't need any of those, do we?
No, we put both on the bottom.
Okay, now we draw Doomsday. Oh, we found another Dark Ritual. Okay.
Alright, second Dark Ritual is a bit awkward. So let's just play out Underground Sea and pass.
So I guess they at some point they have to present some kind of clock, which is either gonna be awkward. Like actually probably like Dreadhorde Arcanist would probably be the most annoying thing, even though it's not a like clock in terms of damage. But if they get 2 cards,
Dreadhorde Arcanist is just lights out a lot of the time. That is such a scary card. So I guess like Basic Island Astrolabe means we have to fear Sharknado, right? Or Shark Typhoon or whatever it's called.
Yeah, could be.
That is actually a card that it's going to be too slow against us most of the time, but that is a card we can't interact with that can actually just get us out of nowhere if we like make Doomsday pass right and then they make a big shark. But
that's true. So here we're still not doing the brainstorm thing, even though we got the second Dark Ritual, right? So we just go for our turn.
I don't know, like the second Dark Ritual is really bad, so I could actually see an argument to be made.
So let's try that.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it.
So now we have 3 Dark Rituals and a Limdul's Vault. I'm already setting a stop on my upkeep.
Yeah. Limdul's Vault is good though. Let's put back Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
And
then I guess we predict now upkeep.
I don't know, because predict alongside Limdul's Vault is also really good. But but that leaves us without force protection.
Well, we still have the second card down. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so
actually, the cards that we're gonna draw off predict, one of them is gonna be Dark Ritual, which we don't want anyway. So this is not great. So do we even like maybe Limdul's Vault on our upkeep? I don't know.
That's tough. I guess I could actually see us predicting here.
Okay.
Um, on the upkeep, get rid of one of
Okay,
those
let's see
dark
that.
rituals, and
Maybe
get.
they're even gonna fight over this with like a spell pierce or something.
Yeah, they might, and that might actually. I don't know. That would be a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But I guess not the end of the world.
It's probably
Just having.
better they put that on the predict than on the Limbus Smart or something.
Yeah.
So they're thinking. Maybe they're streaming too.
Yeah. That's
Maybe they're doing like a Sharknado stream.
whenever my opponent is taking a long time, like consistently or like semi-consistently, I always assume that they're streaming.
I usually just assume that they're a little bit slow. But maybe they're streaming. You get a point. Olio is their name. Nicole Bolas, the Ravager Prestige Avatar. Okay, great. So we're gonna see 2 new cards on this turn, like one unknown and one for the draw. Okay, we found a Doom. Oh my god, we found so much. Oh god, we found so much.
I'm not seeing it yet. You're typing in predict on my screen. Okay, let's see here. Ooh. What did we get for the draw step? A land. Okay.
And we got Scalding Time for the draw step. Oh man, this is a lot. This is already pretty good, I would think.
They're on 7 cards, right? And they have cast
Yeah.
0 cantrips. They have just like
They haven't played a cantrip yet. I guess they played Astrolabe, but they didn't use their second island to cast a cantrip, so that could be a Spell Pierce.
That's true. So I think I would play out one of your lands, and I haven't decided which yet. And I would cast Dark Ritual, and then see if I could bait out a Spell Pierce. And if they pierce, then we can play out Petal, second Dark Ritual, then go Doomsday, and then Force of Will their Force.
Okay.
And
So we
if
just
they
go
don't,
for Badlands here, and we tried this.
yeah, maybe Badlands, maybe Badlands. Yeah, no, let's go for Badlands actually.
So let's see what they're gonna do. The downside is if we beat them now, we can't be 100% sure what they're doing unless they go like Force Shock. Okay, we just got that. So do we now run out the Lotus Petal like you mentioned to punish a potential Spell Pierce on Doomsday?
Well, then we need to cast the second Dark Ritual.
Yeah, but we can always do that afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, I see your point. Yeah, let's just play out the Petal.
Yeah,
that's better.
I like that. And then we're gonna see. This is Doomsday again. Does anybody know what's the lore behind the artwork in this? There's like 5 guys, and obviously they represent the 5 cards. Is there anything on Weatherlight with regards to Doomsday? Actually, I don't know the actual full story of Weatherlight. Okay, so they have Force of Will pitching Oko. So I guess at this point, there's really just like Force pitch Limdul's Vault.
Yeah. We're totally priced into doing that. So let's do that.
I guess if they actually had Spell Pierce, they would have first tried to Spell Pierce because now they could have like Flusterstorm.
Yeah, we lose to double pitch to double pitch counter. I think we win otherwise.
It's gonna take them. If they have like another pitch counter, then they're left with 2 cards in hand and 2 lands in play. So that's a world where we recover, I would guess. Do you sometimes play something like Noxious Revival? Probably not, right? It's probably not good enough.
I haven't. It's not a bad shout though.
Okay.
But ultimately, I think I've considered it a bit too sort of low powered. But Limdul's Vault is also sort of in the periphery of. It's like
I was gonna say this is the most unusual card that we play, right? Usually you don't see Limdul's Vault. But there's basically these like 3 cards. There's like Predict, Ideas Unbound, and Limdul's Vault. And I think Predict is by far the most common. And the other 2 slots I see filled with like a lot of different stuff at times.
Yeah. So Limdul's Vault is trying to solve a problem that the deck has, which is that it only has 4 copies of Doomsday, and sometimes you don't get to you just spin your wheels and cantrip 5 times and
Yeah.
never see Doomsday, you know. But
And it's better than
it is.
personal tutor because first of all it's instant and also tutors for more different cards if you're lucky.
I mean, that's the way I see it. I know some people. I know like Emidlin Brandon really is sort of being a personal tutor, and I think he's really into that. I know some other people like it. I have not really gotten on board yet, but I don't think it's a huge margin between the two cards, and I think they're both probably on the weak end of the scale of what's in our deck. So what happened? They have a second pitch counter?
Yeah, they had Forceful Pitch Ponder, and now they are casting Oko and attacking us for 3, and next turn they're gonna attack us for 6. So now we need to find Doomsday rather quickly.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but
I guess we run out
those
the
are the
land, so we
breaks.
can maximize the potential by Brainstorm if we draw it next turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're under a lot of pressure.
Oh, we just draw land. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think not looking too good. Ideally, we need to hit a brainstorm to to get some help here, I think.
So what
Or
about
actually, like,
Rapid Cheap is actually bringing it up. There's this card that saw a lot of play in Doomsday like a couple months ago. Actually, one of the very first Doomsday lists that floated around. Divining Witch or like Divining Witch as
yeah,
a 5th Doomsday. Is that something we do?
I tried it and I didn't like it because the thing is, you bring that in as an alternative win condition, right? So you bring that in and you don't need to resolve Doomsday at all. but when you bring that in, you also want at least 2 Thassa's Oracles, bless you.
Thanks.
And that means running a second copy of Thassa's Oracle, which I don't really like to begin with. And Divining Witch also just dies to removal, and it's annoying switching on.
Okay, so here we have the Ponder. It shows us Force, Ponder, and Preordain, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 7 mana if we play the land and cast the Dark Ritual. So, but then we still need a way to draw into our pile because next turn we are dead, right? Next turn they're gonna attack us for 9.
Yeah,
So
and
we
we're
actually
dead
need a
regardless.
Brainstorm.
We
I
have
guess
to
we can
find the
only
card.
do it with a Brainstorm.
We can do it with Brainstorm or with potentially with like Ideas Unbound. That is it, because I mean, so what's better, shuffling these and drawing a blind card, or going down a mana and taking the
Yeah, I think we
Ponder
got
and
down
then
the mana, right?
yeah, and then we sack the Tarn and cross our fingers. That
Yeah, I
but
think
yeah,
that's the best. We
it's not
just crack
looking
the
good.
turn here. We can do it. We can do it. We just need to top deck the best card. We just need to top deck the best card. Okay, let me just give me something that adds black mana. I guess we already have enough black mana. But yeah, let's see.
Black mana is not get like Volcanic or whatever. So the thing is,
okay,
we need the top 3 cards to be Brainstorm, and then we need the cards beneath that to be some combination of like Doomsday and another draw effect. That does not look like it. No, let's shuffle.
And we still didn't get there. We found another days.
Right. Okay. So we're out. Okay. Well, I had double pitch force, so that happens. I want the red
they pitched
blast.
Teferi as one of the cards, so Teferi is a little bit scary.
Yeah. So I want the red blasts and the veils. Well. Yeah. I probably want all 3 of my 1 mana blue counter spells. At least put them in the pile to yeah. So it's not clear that we want Carpet because they're Astrolabe, so they could potentially be if we lead on Carpet, they can function without fetching out an island, but maybe 1. Let's see. Let's cut the LED. Let's cut the Lindell's Vault like we did last time. Let us cut. I'm also not too hot on those Thoughtseizes. Like, I think if we ever get like a Thoughtseize veiled, that is close to a loss. I mean, obviously not, but it's very bad.
So now we gotta cut 3 more cards.
3 more cards, right? We We might be overloading a bit on the 1 mana disruption slot here, so maybe we can cut a Spell Pierce.
Okay.
I think also shaving a petal is fine.
Mm-hmm. And then we got one. So we're cutting the Doomsday, right? Have you ever won by just casting Thassa's Oracle and Street Wraith and going to town?
I have.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the coolest wins you could ever pull off.
Yeah, my Sneak Show opponent cast Sneak Attack, and I basically had to pitch a Thassa's Oracle or die on the spot.
Oh.
Then eventually I made Teferi and then made Doomsday with a Doomsday and a Street Wraith in the pile. So I cast Doomsday and then cast Street Wraith, and then I attacked them a couple of times and then cast another Doomsday. That was amazing. Anyways, I digress. Are we down to 60 or do we need to cut something?
61. So we gotta cut one more card.
Right. Okay. Okay, I think probably we can cut a basic island here.
Really? I thought we were gonna cut Ideas Unbound. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think having Ideas Unbound is fine. Unless, like, they could, it's Astrolabe, right? So anything's possible, but if we don't expect them to have Red Blast, then I don't want to cut Ideas Unbound. So let's see. I think it's okay to go down a lane.
She had a question in between. What actually made you move away from Astrolabe in this kind of deck? Is there...
For me, it's mostly Daze. It's the fact that I don't think Daze and Astrolabe go very well together. Like Astrolabe, it's you don't want basic forest and basic plains in your deck, or basic like you do. I have one basic that doesn't like allow me to pull back a land with Daze, and that's Swamp, right? And then obviously there's the Badlands, but I just think that that's one thing, and it's also because I think Astrolabe wants you to play a bit of a longer game, like the random draw, like cycler to draw a card, is a lot. Like I think when I was playing with Astrolabe, and I had an opener that had Astrolabe and a Preordain, I would a lot of the time want to play the Astrolabe to fix my mana, and I was I'll get deeper into my deck. But I think what we're trying to do, it makes more sense to be actively searching rather than blindly drawing on the first and second turn. So that'd probably be my answer. But having said that, I think it's perfectly fine to build a Doomsday deck that relies on Astrolabe. It's just it probably wants to be a bit slower. So I think this is a pretty good hand, and I would definitely.
I like it too.
Yeah.
So are we gonna ponder on the first one of the Underground Sea, right?
I think we are. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most likely thing. We don't have to fear Wasteland. I guess we don't have Basic Island anyway, so we're just gonna go for that. There's even like a really cool world where we might even resolve Doomsday on the second turn with double protection, depending on what they do. Like if they go turn one Astrolabe, and then we draw like Doomsday and a blue card, that would be sweet. Let's try that. Opponent mulligans down to 5 cards. That's a good start for us, I guess.
Yeah,
the fear is strong.
The fear is strong. Sometimes it's strong enough for them to bring in like Leyline of the Void and stuff.
Okay, so there's Ideas Unbound, Ponder, and another Underground Sea. I guess we never really Ideas Unbound for value because we have to discard at the end step. Yeah, it's not a Meditate. Meditate would sometimes let you do that.
I think what I would take the Ideas Unbound, and then I would draw the Ponder next turn, and then I would probably, and I'll decide if I want to crack and Ponder or Ponder and crack the fetch, but because I don't like shuffling here, because then we're actually just we don't have any action in our hand. We have no way to draw cards or look at cards.
Yeah, the Ponder next turn should be good. I think we're gonna Ponder just like on our main phase, pick the best card, or maybe even the best 2 cards, depending on what they look like, and then we still have a shuffle effect. Okay, so they tap out. So here, I was gonna say we just draw Doomsday, but actually we're drawing Ponder. But maybe the Ponder is gonna find Doomsday. Doomsday, Doomsday, Doomsday. It does not. It has Drop, UC, and Brainstorm.
I guess
like the only card I want to get rid of in our hand is Ideas Unbound.
Yeah, but
we could take the Brainstorm and play the fetch.
That's what I'm leaning towards doing, just because I don't want to. I think I would just take Brainstorm, play a fetch land, and then see where we are at the next, point game.
I guess there's a good chance we just crack the fetch land on our upkeep.
I think we do. I don't think we and we even have a second fetch land to shuffle the Brainstorm next turn.
Yeah. And we have so much protection, and they probably don't have a very good clock. Like the worst turn for them is gonna be the turn they're gonna tap 3 mana for Oko, and eventually they'll have to.
Yeah, so what I would be most worried about here is some relevant 2 mana card like a counterbalance or a like a meddling mage. But even, I mean, we have days. It should probably be fine.
I guess we daze the Summon Library, right? It's probably
Oh
too
yeah,
good post board.
yeah. I really lose like 90% of matches where or games where my opponent resolves a Sylvan Library.
Yeah, that's
They
just
just
like when I saw that card back in school, like even back in school, I would have been like, oh yeah, like life is important, but I can trade some life for a card. But 4 life for a card, I would have been like, no way. And look at us now.
yeah, no, it's insane. They just get to go to town, right?
We
Okay, so
just grab another Underground Sea?
well, I mean, we have green and red spells we want to cast, and we have Dark Ritual, which means we only ever need 1 black. So I would actually I would consider taking Volcanic here, actually.
Okay, let's try that. And then we can always find the other. Okay, so we drew Thassa's Oracle. That doesn't really do anything for us.
No, we want to get rid of that, most likely.
Do we just like brainstorm right away and shuffle it away?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's try that.
Draw the Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday, come on. Actually, the way it's gonna go is we're gonna draw 3 cards, then we're gonna draw the crack the fetch land, and afterwards, then there's hopefully gonna be a Doomsday somewhere. But ideally, we draw Doomsday right now. So his opponent, like, no, this is not the opponent that would like counter our random cantrips and surgical them.
No.
Remember that from last game. That was weird. Okay, there's Doomsday. There's Doomsday. So I guess Thassa's Oracle goes away, and
Oh well, hang on. Let's see. Now I actually,
yeah.
now we might actually want to keep Thassa's Oracle.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because that means we only need. So the thing is, the best thing in the world is if we can chain cyclers, because they aren't spells that can be interacted with. The problem is we always need 2 cards if we want a Cavern pile. So we want Cavern and Thassa, but if we have one of them in our hand, we are actually free to sort of. But I'm not sure that this game is going to line up that way, because we might want to interact next turn. I think it's probably fine to put back Thassa, and then probably one of our lands.
So what if you put back the fetch land and just play the normal land this turn, and then we can go for Doomsday with double protection?
So sorry, say that again. You want to put back the fetch land and the normal land?
No, we only put back. We already established we're gonna put back Thassa. So we on top of that we're gonna put back, for example, the fetch land or the Underground Sea.
Well, I mean, we're going for it this turn.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters massively. We'll be at 9 regardless. Actually, no, that's not true. If we have to pitch force, then we'll matter. I think I would put back the fetch land in Thassa, and then I would go Underground Sea, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, and yeah, we'll see how we do from there.
What are your favorite Dark Rituals?
My beta Dark Rituals. So that art.
Yeah. I like that. Actually, the deck isn't. Oh, I was gonna say the deck isn't that expensive, but then I just checked again, and there's 3 Underground Seas at Tropical.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's a real shame. That's another advantage of playing the Esper version, or actually the Astrolabe version, where you only need like 1 or 2. Well, I guess you probably need 2 Cs. Then you probably only need like 3 duels all told, and the Astrolabes handle the rest. Right, so they're thinking, right?
Yeah, but we have double protection, so even if they have 2 forces plus pitch, that's not gonna do it for them. So they would need something crazy like like tons of Mindbreak traps.
Yeah. I don't think they're losing, or sorry, that we're losing the war here. We have to have something like back to basics on our mind. But I'm just thinking, because I mean, our Doomsday is going to resolve. They can't, like you said, they need like triple Mindbreak trap, I guess. Ideally, we get to keep our ideas unbound. so that we can just win with that next turn. But let's see.
I'm surprised they're actually thinking this much about Dark Ritual, because like, I guess if we were like an Ad Nauseam Storm deck, there's a world where we now go like double Thoughtseize and then Dark Ritual, but that, even then it really only matters if they can untap into something relevant.
Yeah,
let's see what they're gonna do.
maybe they just like spill their coffee all over their keyboard or something.
It happens. That happens. Have I told you that in my entire life I've never tried coffee? Maybe one day.
Really?
Yeah, never. People are always like, "How did you get through university without coffee?" It's like, yeah, I don't know.
No, I think honestly, I think you're probably. I drink coffee. I don't drink a lot, but I do drink coffee at work. I think you're probably the same one. Like, the rest of humanity has just gone nuts and are like pouring boiled water over this like little roasted bean, and are drinking this brown grungy water.
So we finally managed to assemble our Doomsday. So
Yes.
At this point, I would think. So let me try. There's Thassa's Oracle. There's Cavern. And you interrupt me once I'm wrong, because actually at this point I don't even know what to do anymore.
Right.
We have Monkeys Can't Cry, known Storm player in the chat, who's advocating for putting a petal into the pile. So next time we can.
I was actually just thinking about that as well. I think we want a petal.
So was I.
So yeah, do you want to try it, or do you want me to say what I would do, or how do you want to do it?
I very much want you to tell me what to do.
Okay, so what I was thinking about when I was thinking about the petal on top would be to go petal on top, then go rest of the pile being Edge of Autumn, Thassa's Oracle, Cavern of Souls, petal, like a second petal. Because that way, yeah, because that way we can cast Ideas Unbound, and we have Pyroblast because we have Badlands open.
So
then we will draw.
What goes on the bottom?
I think I would put Cavern on the bottom. Doesn't really matter unless something goes wrong, and if something goes wrong, it's probably fine that we draw Thassa one turn earlier, like I was saying before. So put Cavern on the bottom, and then sorry, I'm just waiting for the feed to
put Thassa on top of Cavern.
Yeah, and then you want to put I guess like Edge petal.
Yeah. I mean, assuming we're gonna resolve Ideas Unbound, it won't matter anyway, but yeah, it's good to do it.
Yeah.
So what's the worst case scenario for them to? I guess something like Narset, but we can fight that with Days, and if we really have to, even Forcible.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
technically, I guess we could also like outdraw Narset eventually.
Yeah. I mean, like Narset would be annoying, but not. I mean, I think we still beat Narset. I think what would be annoying here would be if they do something catastrophic, like say Back to Basics, where we have to fight over it, and then we have to decide if we want to pitch the Ideas Unbound and effectively slow ourselves down 3 turns, or if we want to pitch Days and risk them having like backup interaction. We could also ask ourselves if Mindbreak Trap, not Mindbreak Trap, Back to Basics is even the KO that I think it is, because our pile will just eventually win. We will just draw everything and win, but it's probably not.
I was gonna say, like, as it is right now, we're just outright beating Back to Basics, right? It's gonna take like a couple more turns, but
yeah,
we don't care too much about it other than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we go for it here? So okay, let me try my thing now, and then you're gonna tell me how I'm maybe wrong or right. So I would run out Lotus Petal here, then I would Ideas Unbound. That leaves us with 1 card left in the library, so then we draw into that card using Edge of Autumn, then we play Cavern, then we have 1 more mana, and then we cast Thassa, and we even have Forcible for a potential spell. I mean, that way we don't have Pyroblast up for a Stifle, so if they have like Stifle plus Thrusterstorm, we're losing. But I guess that's our best bet, or do we even wait our turn? I don't know.
No. So I think you're right, but I think you miscounted a mana. We will have mana for Pyroblast.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah, because you play the petal out now. There's a petal on top of our deck. and then you tap your 2 lands to cast Ideas Unbound.
Oh, because you got the extra Lotus Petal. Yeah, you're right. That's amazing. That's really good. The opponent didn't even get to do that thing. They didn't even play a creature or attack us.
No.
Oh, Torpor Orb. Romario is making a good case. Like, I wonder if Torpor Orb, honestly, like, considering like how well both elves and especially goblins is making a splash in Legacy right now. Maybe Torpor Orb is the future. I just don't know for which deck. But Torpor Orb is really good.
Don't give the people ideas, Julian. You're talking crazy right now.
Torpor Orb is like a 2-mana humility for most decks. That's kind of good.
Yeah. Okay. So we lose. Well, we don't lose, but like we're set back by double Pyroblast here. But yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be awkward if you have to like. There's no way we have to pass the turn here, because if you pass the turn, we lose Oracle to Ideas Unbound. Okay, yeah, Codely you can have. I don't care about that. It's just like an extra card draw. Pay 2 mana, draw a card. God, this deck is just so stupidly good. I love it. I also really loved it when people did their thing with this kind of deck, and they had like all these, I don't know, Russian foil copies of everything. I remember I had a Russian foil, what's it called? Okay, here we're gonna go for it.
Finish him!
Let's finish that. When I had a Russian foil Laboratory Maniac, and people were like bidding infinite money for it, but then, I don't know, I probably didn't give it away for infinite.
Fatality.
So there was a world where we were supposed to just not play out the Cavern, and hope that our force was good enough, so that they wouldn't have Cavern on their radar for the last game. But I think that's probably asking for trouble.
Okay.
But I have, like, if we had another land so that we could keep open the Pyroblast, or if we had another blue card so that we had both force and days, I would not have played the Cavern. Just because it is actually worth some equity, them not knowing about it.
Yeah.
But I think it was correct to do it because we didn't have double protection. They did have 4 cards in hand, so.
Okay, cool. So we didn't really learn anything other than seeing the Sylvan Library. So is there anything we want to change on the draw? You mentioned something about dazes. Are we going to change about those?
I don't know. I mean, I think, like, as you saw, our opponent was tapping out quite a bit. I think daze is really good, but at the same token, it's on the draw. It's a more realistic that the game goes long enough that daze sort of becomes not that relevant. So I don't mind cutting like 1 or 2 dazes. I don't think we want carpet.
Mana is probably not going to be the bottleneck.
Probably not, and they just had like basic swamp and basic forest and all that stuff. So I don't think we want carpet. The thing is, is there a Pierce in our sideboard right now?
There's one Pierce in the sideboard. We could bring that in.
I would probably be okay switching a Pierce for a spell for a daze. And honestly, I'm not sure what else. Maybe we just keep in. Maybe we just keep in 3 dazes. It's probably fine.
Let's try that. As my first glass of wine comes to an end, it's not even close to coming to an end, actually. Oh, it already came to an end. This is my second glass of wine. I just realized. The bottle is telling me that.
So I just noticed
more and more confident.
I'm just noticed a question from Navir TV, and no, I would say you should go to the Discord or the DDFT wiki page if you want to learn more about Doomsday. We have a lot of people that are putting in a lot of excellent content there, and just the Discord is just really great to learn. I think it's very welcoming. There are some pillars of the archetype that are really sort of have been excellent for me. I've only been playing this deck for like, I guess 5 months, so I wouldn't say that. All right, well,
looks good, right?
That looks like a hand we want to keep.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
It's awkward that Misty Rainforest doesn't fetch Badlands here, but that was sort of the train we decided to get on when we put Misty Rainforest in the deck. Talking to Kai about that.
I'm thinking about with the deck is that a lot of decks, they would usually just like cycle Street Wraith right away, but in the Doomsday deck, you probably want to try to keep it unless you like want to hit your land drops or something. Yeah,
you're for sure. I mean, it depends. It will always depend on the hand, but there's there's a lot more value in
Mhm.
to holding on to Street Wraith in this deck than in a lot of other Street Wraith decks. The pedal is a big draw, I think. So because there's a world where they tap out on like the next turn, and we top deck a black producing land, and we can just power through Doomsday.
Mhm.
So I think I would just go Misty and probably. Is there a way we get punished for playing out the pedal? Is there any way they would go like engineered
Like
explosives or
they
some crazy
probably
stuff like that?
don't have explosives or abrupt decay. Like abrupt decay would be so weird, and I probably we probably even trade Lotus Petal for a card in their hand if they tap out for a turn.
Yeah, I think.
That's honestly like what I always think is, if there's a way and it's not immediately apparent to us, let's play out the Lotus Petal and find out. Because if it ends up being the wrong play and we get punished, we become better players. Because then the next time the situation comes up, we immediately know, oh, there's this card that's going to punish us, and that's why we shouldn't play Lotus Petal. And so I almost want them to punish us so we can like level up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I don't think so. Like they could Oko it if we were one turn later in the game, and that would be maybe annoying.
Oh, at that point, then I'm just gonna run out my Street Wraith with a Dark Ritual, and then I'm gonna like pressure them.
Yeah.
Okay, this is okay. It's interesting. They're tapping like they're fetching and tapping. Like, I guess they have to fetch a basic anyway. There's like a world where they have to back to basics, but they don't need Death Touch against us. That's for sure. I'm surprised they fetch another basic there.
Yeah. Okay. So we can't allow the Sylvan Library to resolve. So I think I'm going to recommend that we daze. The only question is, what land do we fetch? Because if we fetch the Volcanic, yeah, I think so. Because that way we can fight back. Like if they have force, we can Flusterstorm it, and that way that still gives us the opportunity to draw like a land or a pedal next turn, and then go Doomsday if we should want to. But then we don't have the daze anymore. So yeah, no, actually, never mind, because we'll be returning a land. So that's off the table.
Okay, there's a world where we brainstorm into, but then we are basically foregoing all of our protection, so I guess we just pass here. We drew a brainstorm for the turn.
Okay, so let's think. But I am a bit concerned about what's going to happen on their next turn here, and I think you're right. I think we just pass.
Yeah.
Or getting to a point like where if they make a significant play next turn, I am tempted to cycle Street Wraith with it on the stack just to get a bit wiser as to if it's worth it. Okay.
So are we probably not end of turn brainstorming, or are we? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
Okay, cool. They even missed a land drop. That's pretty good for us.
Yeah. It probably means they're sitting on some counter spells though, but yeah.
That's true. But we got ways to fight that.
Yeah,
so just tropical and pass the turn again.
I know. I think I would brainstorm here. If awesome. They fight over that, we have a spare one, and we can just Trop and still have Pyroblast and Flusterstorm.
Okay, so we drew a bunch more cantrips and another land.
The land is good, I think, because we want bad lands. So I think I would be okay. I think we want both of those lands because that's our ticket to casting Doomsday with at least one protection spell. So I think it's like we're going to be putting back one of the blue cantrips, and then either one more of the blue cantrips or the Street Wraith. And that would be my sort of.
Yeah, I don't hate putting back the Street Wraith. I don't know. I think we can afford to pass the turn if we really have to.
Yeah, I agree with that. So let's put back Street Wraith and Brainstorm probably.
Okay, and play the fetch. We can
play fetch and say go.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can play the fetch and play Ponder, but we can also keep a Pyro. I don't know, in a situation like this, if they play Oko next turn, would you Pyroblast Oko? They don't even have an Astrolabe, so they can't even attack us right away.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. The thing is, we can't Ponder there because, well, I mean, we can, but I want Badlands off to be able to both have like red mana on their turn now if they make like Narset or something, and then to be able to use it to cast Doomsday next turn.
Okay, yeah, you got that. We don't care about that. You got a snake. Sneaky snake.
Right, okay.
Still no land, hopefully. Well, if they don't play a land, and if they don't play a cantrip, there's very few cards okay, they have a ponder. So they must have drawn that for either the turn or the Kotal. Or I guess they wanted to cast the... But they would have maybe main fest. Actually, we can't really know. So let's see what's gonna happen here. So at this point, like a Dark Ritual would be pretty sweet, because then they need like triple force plus pitch or something like that. Okay, the Ponder did not shuffle.
Dark Ritual is exactly what we want to draw. That's the best draw I think we have. Second of that is probably a Petal.
Okay, do we crack our fetch land? Because right now we have a Brainstorm and a Street Wraith on top, and I guess we want neither.
Yeah,
and you said you want to crack for our Badlands, right?
Well, so I mean, now there's a world where we, excuse me, where we could consider having Brainstormed end of turn, but yeah, never mind. I was still in their turn when you asked me. All right, yeah, let's get Badlands.
And let's draw Dark Ritual. No, we drew Preordain, but I guess Preordain can find Dark Ritual.
Yeah, because I think like they have 7 cards in hand, and they're representing Veil.
Yeah.
I don't think we can cast Doomsday here with only one answer. So I think it's probably
a little loose.
I think what I would do is cast. Well,
I already cast a Preordain now because we only have 5 minutes left. Right. So there's a Cavern, which I guess we don't want at all, and there's an Underground Sea.
I can see the Underground Sea. I would take the Underground Sea, put Cavern on the bottom. Then I would play Underground Sea, and then play Ponder, I think.
Yeah, let's try that. So another shot at Dark Ritual. This is secretly actually a Dark Ritual combo deck. Oh, it's Spell Pierce. I like Spell Pierce because it can counter Whale. I'm not so sure about the rest. Well, we can go for Doomsday with double protection next turn. Is that? And then we can have another backup Doomsday the following turn.
Yeah. I think we have to expect our opponent to do something. No, I guess not. They missed their land. I actually don't mind. Terribly. I don't know. We won't be able to
Doomsday and then Spell Pierce on top.
Like we won't have enough mana to cast Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, Pyroblast on the same turn we're casting Doomsday anyways. So the Spell Pierce is going to fight over one of those. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I actually think shuffle. Honestly, like I think we're gonna get through that Doomsday.
I was basically like the main reason I wanted to keep the Doomsday is because it's a backup Doomsday in case anything goes wrong.
That's very reasonable, and that I am almost tempted to do that, but gosh,
I guess we go down to so here we go down to 16. Then if we cast the first, actually no, we don't lose if they counter the Doomsday, we don't lose life. So let's see.
Okay, and
something that's nice about if we keep the spell. Actually, we can't cast the Spell Piece of the Badlands though. So yeah, never mind.
We played a land, right?
We played a land, yeah. I think. Did we play a land? Yeah, Julian plays Underground Sea. It says over here. Sounds good. We must have missed a land drop somewhere in between because it was our 4th turn and we only have 3 lands.
They're just casting Brainstorm right now on my screen, by the way. So I'm.
By the way, the clock is shown basically over here. If you see my mouse cursor,
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Somebody's asking in chat.
Oh, sorry.
So there's a Brainstorm there, brainstorming hard. So yeah, at this point I very much expect having to beat a Whale. And then we'll see, okay, there's a Polluted Delta. There's even a world where we just like keep waiting, but it's probably not worth it. So we draw a Polluted Delta, which gives us access to, well, nothing we didn't already have anyway. Do we go for a Doomsday with double protection here, or do we just wait? We can still like try to turn our cantrips into something.
I think I actually wait here. I cast Polluted Delta and I cast Ponder.
Yeah, so let's go for the Ponder here. There's an
Can you
Ideas
tell me?
Unbound and 2 lands, but we don't really want those, right?
Oh, shuffle that.
Yeah, let's put that
What do we
away.
draw?
We draw a Dark Ritual. Okay, well, actually that doesn't add too much anyway. I guess here I would brainstorm and then see whether we can get rid of the Tropical Island.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sounds good. Let's try that. Maybe we can find some more protection. Like Force of Will, it wouldn't even be that great, but I guess extra Pyroblasts. Yeah, Pyroblast is good. Awesome. Okay, this looks like we found an extra piece of protection. So next turn we're gonna, if we want to, we're gonna have so much mana. How do we cast two? We can cast 2 Pyroblasts of the Badlands and the Lotus Petal and the Flusterstorm of the Underground Sea. And then we still can have 1 floating and we cast a Dark Ritual. Yeah, this looks good.
I think you put back Trop and Doomsday, right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
So we play the Tropical and then we pass the turn. Okay, we got 2 minutes left. We can do it. We can do it.
Congratulations. 5-minute warning.
So we have to. Flusterstorm has to target their Veil. They are for sure holding Veil, right?
That's the only thing we can target with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess they're gonna play another Ice Fang Coatl here. Snakes on a plane.
Right.
Hit me with those whales. I wonder if I want to correct the polluted delta. Also, I messed it up. I think there's actually a Doomsday on top and not Tropical Island on top. Pretty sure.
Yeah, you want to crack the Delta because I think either way we don't want either of those cards.
I guess there's a way we draw a Daze and we can Daze something. Let's see. Are we gonna get a Volcanic? Or I guess we can also get a Tropical. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's fine getting Volcanic. If we were to draw Veil, we have Petal to cast it.
And then we run out the Doomsday of the Dark Ritual.
Yep, off of an Underground Sea.
Yeah.
Finish him.
So let's see. They got 7 cards. They need 4 protection spells. Oh my fucking shitty god. I just cast Dark Ritual now upkeep.
Oh no. Well, okay.
I just cast Dark Ritual now upkeep. That's not good. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so we
We'll
drew
draw another one.
We can preordain, we can find another one, yeah. Let's just make it harder. Oh, there's Force of Will and Pyroblast. Okay. So we also found the Scalding Tarn, so we can cast this. Okay, we basically can exchange a Pyroblast for a Flusterstorm. But we can actually get both next turn. Oh god, this is actually gonna I gotta hurry up. Oh fuck, I gotta hurry up. Okay, I'm gonna just like wing it. Oh, I gotta wing it so hard. Okay, we're gonna wing it really hard, and I think we have quadruple protection next turn, I'm pretty sure. Oh my fucking god. I cast Dark Ritual now upkeep. This is how you, oh god. Okay, can you already tell me the pile? I think the pile is gonna be the standard pile.
So I think the pile is gonna be Ideas Unbound and a Cycler, Lotus Petal, a Cavern of Souls, and Thassa, and we just have to hope we're able to cast everything.
Okay. Oh my god, 1 minute, I can't believe it. Okay, hit me with your snakes. Yes, snakes on a plane. Okay, quick. Fetch. Something that does something. I don't even know. Underground Sea. Black. Chip. Let's fight over this. Come on, I got quadruple protection. Hit me. Come on, I gotta hurry. Gotta stay quick. Da. This is like when you spam APM and you're okay, and you're
all of the...
Oh god, this is gonna be hard. Come on. Okay, you got Whale. I don't even know. I have Force of Whale. Okay, Whale is gonna be good. Come on, choose target spell. I already did. Okay. Okay, come on. What's gonna be next? Oh god, you got a Force of Whale again? Okay. Don't have Pyroblast. Okay. Chip. Somebody take a screenshot, post this on Twitter. This is like what Legacy is all about, they say. Okay, they got 2 cards left. You can still do it. We can still do it. Okay. Chip. F2. Oh god, I gotta hurry so hard. And I gotta not mess this up. Oh no, they have fucking Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm is probably gonna kill us. I messed it up.
It's fine. I mean, it wasn't apparent we were gonna beat both Veil and Fluster because we needed our Fluster to target their Veil. Them having all that and Fluster just makes it a given.
Yeah, I guess Spell plus Thassa Storm is the awkward scenario when you have a bunch of Pyroblasts.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Okay,
my
now we
pulse
can go back to
up
chilling. So we almost managed to beat, like, was it quadruple protection? No, they had triple protection, but one of our protection spells couldn't connect with their protection spell, I would think. Okay, now this hand is really awkward.
Let me just get in again. Sorry, I had to reset my browser because I was getting too much of a delay.
We have Underground Sea Volcanic, triple Lotus Petal, a Preordain, and a Force. Like, I like the Preordain, we're on the draw, but like triple.
No, I think
I would keep, like, if nobody was watching. Okay, if nobody's watching, I'm keeping this in a heartbeat. Okay, so I don't hate this. Like, the predict lets us allow to get some card advantage again after mulliganing down. Like, I guess technically we're on even card advantage terms considering we're on the draw.
Yeah, I think we keep this, and I think it's probably between Pyroblast Daze and Predict what we put back. And I like the getting back some cards with Predict, so probably I put back Pyroblast here.
Yeah, same.
And if we draw Doomsday,
most likely to be dead.
If we draw Doomsday,
if we draw Doomsday, we can almost win next turn, right?
You can win next turn if we draw Doomsday.
We haven't done any LED piles yet. I'm curious how those are gonna work out.
Yeah.
City of Brass. That's gonna be Dredge. Okay, cool. So looks to be either Dredge, but yeah, it's probably Dredge. City of Brass into Faithless Looting looks to be Dredge. Dredge should be a good matchup, right? I know that Dredge is always scared about combo. Dredge is always like, oh, we're losing to combo so hard.
Right. I mean, it's a fine matchup. They have some weird cards that do weird things against us. Mostly, I'm thinking about Cephalid Coliseum that can, deck us.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
But other than that, it's okay. I mean, it's fine when you have 3 sideboard slots dedicated to it. But it looks like you're getting turn 1 here.
Oh, we drew the Doomsday.
This is how we do.
Oh, we did? Oh, awesome. Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm actually surprised they didn't flashback the Faithless Looting with a Golgari Grave Troll in the graveyard. Like, that's actually really surprising to me.
Me too. Okay, so you get the turn 1. So you play out. You want me to talk you through it?
Well, I think I know this part where we cast Dark Ritual and Doomsday. And then we can draw into our pile using Brainstorm. And then in the pile, it's probably going to be a Cycler and an LED. Yeah, something like that. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be an Edge of Autumn, an LED, a Thassa's Oracle. Where is it? It's here. And then I don't know, probably like a bunch more Lotus Petals and maybe even another Cycler. That's what my gut is telling me, but I haven't run the numbers.
Okay, so we have Predict in hand, and Predict is one of the 2 cards we could use here, the other being Ideas Unbound. So I think we're going to build the pile with Ideas Unbound. Okay. So what you want is for the top 3 cards to be LED, Edge of Autumn, and Ideas Unbound. Mm-hmm, and the bottom 2 to be a Lotus Petal and Thassa's Oracle.
That sounds right. Says the guy who's never played Doomsday before. Okay, so we said.
Sorry. Just let me just think this through because I'm used to doing it with Predict. So before you click anything, let me just say you're gonna cast the Brainstorm off of the pedal. You're going to draw Ideas Unbound, Edge of Autumn, Lineside Diamond. You're going to put back a blank from your hand, being Daze or Predict, and then Ideas Unbound. Then you're going to edge into the Ideas Unbound, sacking the LED. So the deck now will be Ideas Unbound as the top card, and Daze, because you put that back, then Thassa's Oracle, and then Petal. And you will...
This is the face I put on when I try to pretend to be still following you.
Yeah, sorry. So you want to put Lotus Petal and then on the bottom, and then Thassa's Oracle.
And that's his Oracle, and the
And
other
the
three on
top
top,
three
and
basically
doesn't
don't
matter. Yeah.
matter. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got Gedankenwirbel. Actually, I didn't. Which order? Chat, did you guys see? Can somebody like quickly clip this and check what's the bottom card and second to the bottom card? Because I'm actually not sure right now.
Also doesn't really matter, but it's fine. So you put back. Let's just put back predict.
Predict
As
ideas
the
unbound,
bottom.
right?
Then ideas unbound on top. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
They are-
we got this, and then I keep priority. I've done this before.
Yeah, you play out
sacrifice
the
this.
LED, and then you hold control down while you're cycling
Yeah.
Edge of Autumn.
Oh, awesome! This works. Oh, this is a combo deck, dude. This is some serious combo deck. God, I'm gonna become a Doomsday dude. You guys need some serious like merchandising and branding. You need like a like Doomsday T-shirts and a Doomsday podcast and a whole like Doomsday, I don't know, lifestyle. You guys really need a Doomsday lifestyle. This is just, maybe you can buy the rights to this artwork from Adrian Smith, because I don't even know if Wizards owns this anymore, because Wizards is always like, oh, we don't own the rights to our own to our old artworks. But oh,
Really?
the Doomsday lifestyle is already, yeah, that's like what they say sometimes when they don't like reprint with the same art for like really old stuff. But oh, I need the Doomsday lifestyle in my life. Doomsday, man. I've always
Doomsday-
wanted to be one of those guys, but now I kind of am.
Yeah, you should. You're welcome to join us in the dark realms of casting Doomsday.
And if
So
you guys are
here-
watching this on YouTube, I'm actually gonna put the link to the Doomsday Discord in the description of this video. I probably should have said this at the beginning and not like 1 hour and 47 into this video, but that's where you're gonna find it.
Yeah, and also just to make a shameless plug, I also have a YouTube channel. If people want to check out, I put out like Doomsday videos about once or twice a month. Anyways, we want 2 Veil, a Bayou, 2 Tormod's Crypt, and a Surgical Extraction here.
Sounds good. That's 6 cards. And what are you gonna get rid of?
So we're gonna get rid of the 2 Pyroblast.
Thought Seizes as well, or are they like on the draw? They're probably too slow, right?
Yeah, get rid of Thoughtseizes. And then we can get rid of Cavern of Souls.
Makes sense.
And we can get rid of the Badlands. And see that as a straight swap from Bayou.
For the Bayou, yeah. We don't even have red cards anymore.
Not exactly. So what's how many cards are we at?
That's 60.
Boom, boom. Yeah, that seems fine.
I like it. Let's try. Man, this card is so powerful. Doomsday. Is Doomsday expensive? Does anybody in chat know? Actually, we have this thing, exclamation mark, E-price Doomsday. How much is it? Wait, the bot is broken? What happened to the bot? Maybe we just call it price Doomsday? I had a bot that would tell me how much a card was. I can't believe it doesn't work anymore. E-price Doomsday. Yeah, now it works. Okay, so on Card Hoarder right now it's... Okay, it's 3 to 4 tickets or something. Maybe 5. Weatherlight version is 8. Okay. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. We have like Force of Will Protection and turn 1 Doomsday and Tormod's Crypt. Like, this is like cheating. We're gonna keep this. I don't need, like, I'm actually gonna click keep before you say anything. I'm gonna have the guts. Are you still there, by the way? No, you're gone. Oops, you're gone. I just opened Discord and you're gone. How do I get you back? Oh no, I have to navigate this on my own now? This is not good. I need chat now. Martin, come back. Martin is gone. I need him back in my life. Oh no. Maybe he had to take care of his kid or something. I wanna force that too. I'm gonna force that. You know what? We're gonna do it. Oh god. This is like riding your bike alone for the first time ever. Our hands is super nuts. Oh my god, and we have Street Wraith? Oh my god, can we actually win this turn? We Doomsday, and then we draw into... We need Black Lotus in this deck. Yeah, I think we just Doomsday here, right? We just Doomsday here and it's gonna be good enough. They're not gonna kill us. Okay. Oh my god, Martin is gone and I don't know what to do.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, he's back. Okay. We are about to win on the second turn. I hope I didn't mess this up. Oh, we already won the first time because the opponent scooped.
Oh, nice. I'm looking at your at the Twitch and it looks like you had Crypt in play.
Oh god. God, this deck is so funny. Like, this deck might actually win more often on, or like practically win more often on the first turn than A and T. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably still NT would edge it, but it's like what you said, like practically. So a lot of the times if you can I mean, no, you still don't find Doomsday often enough on turn
That's
one.
true. That's
but
true.
but other than that, it's but the thing is, you get to win nearly as fast, but with like Force of Will, Daze, and Pyroblast on top of like your Thought Seizes.
Yeah.
The thing that really blows my mind is just the compactness of the combo. That there are so few bricks. Like you don't have like it's not like when you're sitting on like an Emrakul and looking for show and tell, you don't have like 3 more Emrakuls and 4 Griselbrands you can draw. That's gonna be that are annoying
That's
you.
true. That's true.
Okay, so I think I'm back looking at your screen. I'm opening up Twitch. Okay, now I'm back looking. So Island Ponder is what our opponent is on?
Yeah, exactly. And they did shuffle off the second ponder. Okay. Shuffle off the second ponder into Astrolabe. So we could like try to get a Doomsday going here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got way too much delay right now. I'm looking at their turn 1 and oh, let me see if I can get.
Oh, you're looking at the turn 1. Okay, I'm already on my second turn, and I'm ready to cast Doomsday into an tapped out opponent while having Force of Will up. I kind of like that.
That sounds like where you want to be.
Yeah, and if that fails, we still get another Doomsday. Doomsday. If somebody has a good sound effect, send it to me, because there's going to be a lot more Doomsdaying on this channel in the near future. Okay, they have Force. I'm gonna Force back. This is just Doomsday, man. Just Doomsday things. Oh, and it resolved. This is stupid. This is gonna get banned, man. Oh, I cannot ever play anything other than this in the near future. So, well, I guess I say that for every other deck I play. Cavern, Edge, Thassa, and I guess there's gonna be some Pyroblast and Ideas Unbound going on. So what if I... Well, I can actually... No, I'm not sure what to do anymore. Are there sometimes like piles where you just put in like 3 Cyclas, but I guess that doesn't do it. I guess we have a Preordain, so it might do it. Are you still with me? You're gone from Discord. Okay, chat, this is us again. So next turn, we can Preordain. That leaves us with 3 cards in the library. That allows us to triple cycle. That would probably be... No, that actually would be okay. We probably need a brainstorm.
So I'm
actually.
back. Oh
no, you're back. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So what you resolved you're resolving Doomsday, and you have 2 Underground Seas in your hand.
2
in play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a fetch land. I should have probably played the fetch land again. That was my mistake, because now the fetch land can't do anything unless I put it. That's actually something to keep in mind. You mentioned that earlier. I should be more aware of that.
What is your opponent doing, or what did they do before you cast Doomsday?
Snow-covered island, snow-covered swamp, Astrolabe, 2 ponders, one of which shuffled, Force of Negation, pitch, chase the Mind Sculptor.
Okay, so I think actually having the Delta, like they have no pressure on us, right? So it's not
none.
We don't have to win next turn when we untap. So I can see a world where we're supposed to put a basic island in the pile and then play out Delta next turn, because that makes us able to play through back to basics. And then we could make the pile like Street Wraith, Edge of Autumn, Cavern of Souls, Thassa, and then the island.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then we have the Cavern of Souls as well. Okay, cool. So we got that. So
then
how are we
depending
gonna
like if they
stack it?
yeah, yes.
I guess we can put the
So I think-
Cavern on bottom. Well, there's a world where they have discard, right? Because they play black. It's not likely, but
Yeah, so I think I would put like you want to put the island as the bottom card, because
Okay.
you're never gonna want to draw that. So you want to put island on the bottom, and then probably Thassa beneath that, then Cavern,
Cavern and the two
and
cycles
then
on top.
Edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably put Street Wraith as the top card.
Awesome. Awesome, man. This is.
And then if they tap out, yeah. So when we get the turn back, do not immediately play out the Delta, because there's a world where we win through Cavern on next turn if we don't believe they have removal.
Oh, I see. Because of the 2 devotion. There's a world though, right? We don't need to play into that. That seems not worth it. There's a world where they
No,
have, like,
but I mean, like
right?
yeah, but I mean, if they tap out, we can then cast
Oh, okay,
Preordain,
okay.
draw Street Wraith. Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
They didn't do anything. Okay, Rapper Cheap is sending us a
Okay.
Doomsday sound effect. Dark Star Thrash
That sounds good.
from League of Legends.
Okay, look, with this being the case, I think I would just play the Delta and pass.
Yeah. You could Doomsday again. I've seen piles in the past, like before we had Thassa's Oracle, where the key to victory was actually Doomsdaying into Doomsday, so you could get enough Storm, and then you would kill them with something.
Yeah. Those were the times of the real brain busters, right? I also saw like Doomsday with like Burning Wish for Time Spiral, cast Time Spiral, that sort of
Oh my
crazy nonsense. Yeah.
Okay, so the Ice King Call is
we
gonna come
actually
at us.
can cast. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So now we can actually win an our turn, right? Unless they counter the Preordain, I guess. They have
we don't we aren't
Carcass.
casting Preordain. We're just winning.
Oh, we don't even need to cast Preordain? Okay.
No.
Oh yeah, because there's
because we have 2 cyclers and we have an island to fetch.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. So I guess we just do it here. Opponent, come at me.
We
Show me
lose
what
to
you got.
Stifle.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm fine losing to Stifle. Sacrifice a land. I'd be surprised if this deck plays Stifle.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah, your Astrolabe Swamp Island deck doesn't usually pack Stifle, right?
I should probably like play around Click by playing the Cavern right now. And
Click
then
can't
going
do
Murph.
anything.
Well, if I was to crack my fetch land, then they could put Thassa on the bottom, but then we still win the turn afterwards, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually true. They could actually do that. You're right.
So I need to keep priority with this on the stack. I guess I'm gonna get priority anyways. Okay, and then I fetch. Well, I guess I could actually wait for them to do something, then I could still fetch. Because right now the ability is winning.
You don't want to lose. Yeah, but you don't ever want to do that if there's ever a chance. Like if they have Plow Fatal Push, then it's just real feel bad.
Yeah. Or if they have like a way for us to draw 1 card or something, yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm not sure if I understood you, but I would just fetch here. Because I mean, if you cast Thassa now and they have 2 removal spells, then they cast the 1 and you fetch. They cast another 1 with your fetch line on the stack.
Then we still win, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, never mind.
Okay,
Thassa's
cool.
Oracle, too good.
Thassa's Oracle is just like stupidly good. Like you mentioned early on in the beginning when we went for the deck tech, the fact that the winning is part of the trigger and not like with Laboratory Maniac where it's just like another triggered ability makes it just like so much better. I love this.
Yeah,
Man,
for sure.
I might actually try to build this in paper someday. Like we talked about the lands. Yes, the lands are gonna be expensive, but there's only 1 LED and I guess there's 4 forces. I don't know how much these are. Honestly, like, it's not that crazy. Yes, you need 5, 6 dual lands, 7. Okay, it's you need 7 dual lands. Oh god, but the rest is not that big of a deal. Like Dazes, Ponder, Brainstorm, Preordain, Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize. I don't know if Thoughtseize is much these days, but might be. But there's more expensive
You
decks
could
in
build
Legacy
it with
right now.
duress, anyways. So on my screen, you're in sideboarding right now. So should we?
Yes, exactly.
We're up against some kind of snow deck, right? With basic swamp. So I think we want pyroblasts. It's debatable if we want all 4, but they probably have like
Yeah,
Leovold.
we also
So I
saw
think we
stuff
want all
like
4.
Yeah. We saw like Chase. There's a world where they have Teferi. I don't know. We probably want 4. Do we want 4 whales?
I think we
2
want the
whales?
pyroblasts. Yeah, I think we want the Veils. We have to respect discard, and they're good in a counter war. And they're like basically going Veil resolves. Okay, Doomsday resolves, and we win 9 out of 10 times from there. That's really good.
We got 40
So
seconds.
I
Do we
think
also want
probably
Brainstorm?
we also
Flusterstorm?
yeah, I think we want the Flusterstorm. So bring in the Veils, bring in the Fluster, bring in 2 Pyroblast, bring out 2 Days, bring out LED, bring out Lindell's Vault, and then we need to cut 1 more card, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd probably cut a Thoughtseize then, or
Yeah.
a Petal. It's I don't know. If they for some reason would not be on green, but I guess that's not a thing, right? When there's snow, you want the Oko.
Yeah, they definitely have
And
green. They even had the snake in the first game, so there's a good chance that they are gonna have some whales. But we still have like 1 Thoughtseize.
I think.
But we can still fight over the whale.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's
this
like
is interesting.
a lot of people cut petals, and I do shave petals now and again, but something in me just really wants all the fast mana I can, because that's sort of what enables the fast, just go nuts on turn 1 kind of plays. All right, anyways, let's see what you get here.
This is a weird hand. I don't know what to make of this.
I'm still not seeing it.
It's 2 Doomsdays,
sorry
a
if this is
Thoughtseize,
making
a Daze, 2 lands, and an Edge.
Yeah, okay, I see it. This is right. It's functional, right? We have a spell we can cast, and we have our combo, but it's on the like. It really needs some help. We need to hit like
Brainstorm.
either cantrips, yeah, or like. But hey, man, if we hit a dark ritual, like we're practically there, right? I think I would probably keep this, and then I would expect to regret it.
What the fuck? Lions are Diamond is $300? What the fuck? By the way, YouTube is gonna hate me because I always have to tell them, like, for advertisement reasons, how the level of swearing, and I always put like, oh, there's gonna be light swearing in the beginning of the video, and then there won't be any swearing anywhere else. But like, how is fuck? Like, fuck is not swearing, right? Fuck is like at least like when you're a non-native speaker, I always feel like fuck is the lowest of swear words. But if you're a native speaker, it's like one of those ooh dude words. So I don't know. We drew a Bloodset Maya, which is gonna help with our hardcast Doomsday plan, I guess.
For sure. What did they do?
They just played a Misty Rainforest and passed the turn.
Okay, so I think we obviously, I think we can't play into a Veil here, right? So I think we
can still Daze
play
a
land and say,
yeah. It's probably the turn where it's most likely that we get to Daze the Whale in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. But if we Daze the Veil, we're out 2 of our disruption pieces, but then I guess they will be out 2 disruption pieces too. Yeah, I don't hate that. Maybe go for like Thoughtseize.
Yeah. The interesting thing is,
I'm only dazing Veil.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you Thoughtseize? Do you Daze the Brainstorm?
I was just gonna say, I don't think I Daze the Brainstorm. I think I don't think it's worth it to fall behind a land, and we still get to keep the days. Best case scenario for us is they tab out turn 3 for something nuts, and we either daze it or we untap in Doomsday and then have daze backup.
They had the Whale, we dazed, and now we're looking at Astrolabe, Brainstorm, and Sylvan Library. I kind of want to take the Sylvan Library.
Yeah, I have
Snowcow's Forest in hand.
an unhealthy fear of Sylvan Library, so you can definitely convince me to take the Sylvan, but we could also be dazing. Oh no, never mind. You dazed the Veil. Never mind. I was gonna say we could daze the Sylvan. Yeah, no, I think we have to take the Sylvan then, because we aren't winning like in the next couple of turns most likely. So Sylvan is just gonna pull them so far ahead.
So right now I just
we have
playing my Black Sources and running out Doomsday at some point. But yeah, okay, they go for the end of turn brainstorm, which makes me think they want to play something. They're hoping to do something for 3 mana on the next turn, probably an Oko.
Right. What did you draw for turn?
And Underground Sea.
Okay.
So they went for another basic, and it looks... Oh, it's the Fairy Time Reveler. Okay, so I guess that means we are just going to run out running Doomsdays, because we're not going to do much about that card.
Yeah, we have to just... I mean, if you ever have counter magic...
this turn... We drew a Lotus Petal, so we can Doomsday and then we can Edge of Autumn, but that probably shouldn't do anything unless we... No, there's nothing we can do.
No. We will draw and we will... Oh, sorry. We will definitely Doomsday. Because it's not improving from here on, I don't think.
And right now they're tapped out.
Hang on, what... Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, if they have a pitch counter here, it's too bad, but...
Okay. But we can try again next turn.
For sure. And they're down some resources here. If they have a follow-up play here, it's like it's kind of rough, but
Well, they got 3 cards in hand, and okay, they got 2 cards in hand.
So now they can hardcast Force of Mutation if they want to.
They can, but we also have Red Blast. We could technically Red Blast the Fairy, but we could also just run out Doomsday. I don't know.
I think I'll run out Doomsday here.
We do?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think. I mean, so
we can actually win this turn, right? Because we have extra mana after the Doomsday, so we can edge into a Brainstorm and find something, and then we have an extra. We can basically like keep 2 cards because we have the Red Blast, so we can keep like another Cyclops.
We're missing a mana to be able to do that. We're missing a mana because you'll be tapped out, right? And then Edge can only find either Brainstorm or a Petal. So the question is if we want to... Yeah, the question is if we want to kill Teferi now, pass, and the next turn make Doomsday, or if we want... Because I think we make Doomsday now, because, hear me out, if they have a counterspell right now, then us killing Teferi with Pyroblast, they can just let that happen and keep their counterspell. They could obviously they could choose to fight then and there, and then
it resolved.
It's better for us, but okay, sweet. All right, cool. So again, kind of scared about back to basics, which I'm beginning to think has been like a theme for me throughout this stream.
It's actually really good to know, because if people are watching this, and I mean, always seeing it from the other side makes you appreciate some of your cards even more, because I would have never thought, like, I see that back to basics does work in these kind of matchups, but I would have never thought that would do this amount of work that we could see it doing if it was to ever appear, because the card is actually really scary, and I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. I think actually the worst card in that regard is Blood Moon, because Blood Moon just straight up switches off Cavern of Souls. And I've had like old school Miracles decks a couple of times have Blood Moon brought in against me. But anyways, so we want
that's where you need mana
Cavern
on the deck.
Yeah. I think so. What we could do is we could put Veil in the pile, and then lead off with like Tropical Island Veil. But it's always tricky because we are not the masters of our own destiny in terms of if Veil is going to draw us a card or not. You know what I mean? So, but I think I still probably like that. So let's say you put in Veil, You draw Veil, you drop Tropical Island, cast Veil, and that resolves. Then we can Edge of Autumn into Ideas Unbound and just win through that. If they fight over the Veil, we obviously can't fight back, but then maybe we just like kill the Teferi and then pass again, because I think that's fine. So Ideas Unbound, and then we need Thassa's Oracle,
Cavern and Lotus Petal?
and then 2 petals. But that means we forego the Cavern actually, right? Because we need Veil, we need Thassa, we need 2 petals, and we need Ideas Unbound.
But then we still have the
this
Badlands. But the Badlands isn't casting any of those spells, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's actually true. So that means we can actually lead off with Pyroblasting or Red Blasting Teferi, see if they fight over that, and then after that we Veil. So and we don't need Cavern, seeing as we have Veil. But obviously, if something goes wrong and we need to pass an extra turn, then it's less good. But I think I like that pile. I think it's
so it's Ideas Unbound, Thassa, Veil, Pyroblast, and Lotus Petal. No, 2 Lotus Petal. No, wait.
No.
Two
Lotus Petals. We have a Red Blast. Yeah, because we have a Red Blast in hand.
Cool. So how are we gonna stack this? Put these cards on top. I guess so. Ideas Unbound is probably gonna be the top card. Actually, no. You wanted to lead on the Veil, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Veil is gonna be the top card, then Ideas Unbound, and then it doesn't really matter, I guess. So Thassa on the bottom sounds right.
Yeah. I think I actually want to put Thassa on top here, like as the top of the 3, just in case for some reason we get to a point where we Ideas Unbound gets countered and we just want to cast Thassa the turn we draw it, because prolonging the game is not in our interest.
Because
so I think the card I'm
to resolve, yeah.
Yeah, I think the card I'm most worried about, aside from back to basics, is probably maybe Jace would be kind of annoying if they Jace Fate Seal us. Okay, they do nothing. Yeah. So I think you just Red Blast the Teferi here.
Yeah, let's just start off with that. I like that. If they fight over... Okay, so that one's just gone, so I guess we now Edge.
No. We Veil now.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. But we can always rail in response, right? But then we're dying to our own Ideas Unbound. You're right.
Yeah, we needed to not. Yeah, no, we needed to not do that because.
Yeah. You're right.
Now we're at a
because
spot.
now it's really awkward. Yeah. If we cast Ideas Unbound and they counter it, and then we Veil, and then they counter our Ideas Unbound again in response, then we draw a card for the Veil, and then we draw 3 cards for the Ideas Unbound, and then we die.
I think what we need to do right now is to cast Veil, and hope they don't cast a blue spell. And if they don't do that, then it's fine. We just win. If they do, it's kind of bad, but then we just have to pass.
Yeah. So the Edge of Autumn was actually giving us the... Oh yeah, that's just so smart. Anyway,
it was giving us the back door.
Yeah.
Okay, great. It's all good.
Watch them have hard cast Mindbreak Trap now.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, if you really want to be the guy hard casting Mindbreak Trap, then yeah.
There's the Thassa.
Finish him! Like this. Oh god, they're gonna have They fucking have Mindbreak Trap. I don't believe it.
Right, okay.
Oh god, they actually had
just
Mindbreak
rude.
Trap. Oh man, imagine if I had just waited. Oh god. Oh, I feel so stupid. Oh god. Okay, but
it happens.
That's a conceit. That's still gonna be a game 3,
so
right?
was that?
Yeah, that's a game 3.
Yeah. Okay, but that's good. We know that now, so we can play around that for sure. I mean, they had hardcast Mindbreak Trap mana there, so we couldn't really have played around per se, but we could build it differently. So we're back on the play. I think I want dazes.
Mm-hmm. So we got 2
Yeah.
dazes.
Yeah, question is what we decide to bring out. You're thinking pedal and Thoughtseize?
That's the first 2 that come to mind. There's not too much else really.
How many lands do we have? We have 17 lands right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
guess,
we're up
like,
against the sort of.
Snow-covered island.
We could, yeah, we could cut a land. We could cut a snow-covered island, and then maybe keep in.
Thoughtseize, because it's like one of our cards that hits the Mindbreak trap. I guess we also have 4
Yeah.
Pyroblasts, but I never hate Thoughtseize just because you also get to see what they have in hand, and so it enables a lot of stuff that would otherwise not be enabled, which is like something I like about Thoughtseize. So let's try that. Okay.
Yeah, let's try it.
I got Mindbreak trapped. I haven't gotten Mindbreak trapped in a long time. Okay, I guess this hand has mana, force, and 2 cantrips and an Ideas Unbound, which we can probably like shuffle away. So I don't really hate this. So with this kind of hand, I would probably go like fetch Underground Sea Preordain.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Sounds good. So what's the opponent gonna be up to? Oh, they keep 7. So lucky. They're just as lucky as we are.
Right.
Underground Sea. Underground Sea is such a strong card. It produces blue and black mana. It's not even fair. Oh, there's a Doomsday and a Pyroblast. Like, oh my god. Now all we want is like a Dark Ritual at some point.
Yeah, they didn't show us any discard, right?
No, didn't see any.
I think, yeah, because we want both of these. We just want, if they're one of those surgical your cantrip kind of guys, it's kind of unfortunate if Doomsday isn't in our hand. So probably draw Doomsday and then put Pyroblast on top, I'd say.
Yeah, sounds good. And then next turn I probably might even
Maybe
want
it's
to main
less
phase Brainstorm and put away the Ideas Unbound and use my fetch land or something like. I guess the Ideas Unbound is a pitch card for force, so there's something.
So yeah, I think you want to probably like brainstorm and then draw a pedal and a dark ritual and put back some stuff and we'll just
Okay.
go off on
So we
the
drew
same turn.
2 Street Wraith and a Preordain. How's that gonna be?
Okay.
Those Street Wraith are weird.
Yeah, probably put back 1 Street Wraith and I don't know. Actually, maybe put back both Street Wraith.
Yeah. And then we can still cast the Preordain. I guess we're gonna. Oh, this is actually awkward. We can't cast the Preordain and have the Black Source. Unless you
No,
go
that's
for
true.
Underground Sea,
So
but then our Pyroblast is not turned on. This is. Oh, maybe I should have even
yeah.
waited.
Yeah, we should probably wait it, but that doesn't matter. Probably get Badlands, honestly.
Okay.
If we get to resolve Doomsday next turn, then it's better to have an actual red producing land on the field for the following turns, right? Than having to worry about putting petals or volcanic in the pile.
They played Underground Sea Pass. Do we just like go for Doomsday and have Force of Will as a backup? Because right now
they
we're
have
needing
7
to,
cards
like,
in hand. I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. So I kind of want to just like cast.
They could have like drown and then lock. Yeah, cast Preordain.
Lotus Petal and Polluted Delta. I guess I don't want either of those. I already have enough mana.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, because we're not gonna be casting Doomsday this turn.
Okay, so there's a Pyroblast.
Another Pyroblast. Okay, so I guess just
a lot of
play.
protection.
Yeah, maybe just play like the Delta and say go.
Yeah.
And now actually drawing a pedal would actually be nice next turn.
Yeah.
Pedal or dark red.
Pedal or a dark ritual. Man, I'm getting the hang of this deck. I like to pretend at least.
Hey, now you're
this
getting
is probably
the hang
gonna
of
be
it.
end of turn snake. No, it's end of turn brainstorm. Okay, you got that. Man, the combo lifestyle is just something else. You never have to worry about your creatures. Like, yeah, kill my creatures, whatever, dude, I got none. Like, when you play elves and you pass the turn, there's always this element of, you're feeling fragile. You feel like anything could come crumbling down upon you, like on any turn. They could like destroy all your creatures, play a plague engineer, what have you. But this isn't really happening here. There's few things that actually blow us out. Okay, we found a scalding turn. So I guess we just pass for another turn, and then we have like triple protection up again. It's awkward. Like as soon as you have like double protection, that already means Mindbreak Trap is turned on, but then we have another Force of Will to counter that. I almost want them to just do something. I want them to cast Oko.
I think we definitely want them to do something. I think it's correct of them to not do anything. As soon as because right now they can cast like Force of Will, a Flusterstorm, and a Veil, and we can't beat that.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we just play our fetch land and pass.
Yeah, I think so. I think like secretly, Flusterstorm. Well, I guess it's really pretty obvious, but it's probably the worst card for us in terms of stack-based interaction because we are the aggressor, and that's what Flusterstorm is so good at. Once enough stuff is on the stack, if we don't have Veil, then Flusterstorm just gobbles up the Doomsday no matter what.
Are there any other cards that you would sometimes consider playing? Something like, I don't know, Defense Grid? I probably wouldn't run Defense Grid in a Force of Will deck, so maybe that's not where you want to be.
Yeah, we've tried it. It's especially like versus Delver. It's kind of it's been sort of on again, off again. Something people have tried. I've tried it. I think it's not quite good enough, but sometimes it's amazing.
We found the Whale.
Cards. Okay, so
we drew Ponder for the turn, which I cast preemptively, and the Ponder finds Brainstorm, Whale, and a Volcanic Island. The Whale should be good. All of those
Veil
should
seems
be good,
really good. Yeah. So hang on. So we'll make our 5th land drop.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what we want here is we have 5 lands. We can get to 6 lands next turn, and we have 3. We want to tap out for all of that. So I think we want to put Brainstorm on the bottom and then draw both of those cards.
Yeah, very much. I'm really looking forward to the next turn. Next turn is gonna be something else. Unless the opponent's going to do something crazy. And I mean, we have ways to protect us. This is one of the beautiful things about this kind of deck. We actually get to fight, like, with Force of Wills and Pyroblasts, even on their turn if they want to do something crazy. Like, previously, there was this huge revelation in Ad Nauseam Tendrils for a while when some people played, like, Days in it because suddenly you could interact in your opponent's turn. Then they played, like, Flusterstorms, I guess. Okay, so do we just, like, start out on Doomsday here?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, right? Because I think if we lead on Veil, there's a chance they just let it happen and then decide to fight over their Mindbreak Trap on the next turn or whatever. So, yeah, I think Veil has to come with them having just cast Flusterstorm, right? That has to be when we Veil.
That's basically where we want to be. On the other hand, the only thing,
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the thing is, if we want to be sure that we have what we need after Doomsday Resolves, we need to fetch everything now, which includes fetching out a green duel. And that kind of is a tell that we have Veil, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
We also
we're going to fetch Underground Sea and Tropical Island, I would think.
Yeah, correct. Bayou.
So we're just going to go for that. Alright, there's a World of Bayou, yeah. But Bayou is probably better, but that's in the sideboard apparently.
No. It has to be Trop. Well, then it has to be Trop and Bayou. Because we need to have enough black mana to cast Doomsday, and then have the Badland still open to cast one of our red blasts.
So do I just go for Doomsday here, or do I lead on Veil like you suggested?
I think we lead on Doomsday. I think we save the Veil and then use it when. You also have to be a little bit mindful of the clock.
Doomsday. Let's do it.
Okay, they have Force of Negation. I guess we just Pyroblast that. I mean, what else?
Yeah, I think we Pyroblast.
It's like, okay, you counted the Doomsday. It's fine. Okay, opponent. Oh my god, this deck is building the most amazing stacks.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you like fighting on the stack, this is.
So right now we're trying to beat something like, probably like a Flusterstorm and the Mindbreak Trap, and the Flusterstorm needs to be answered by a Whale, and the Mindbreak Trap needs to be answered by either Pyroblast or Force. So now they have Force, Pitch, Force of Whale. Do we Force that, or do we Pyroblast that? I guess we Pyroblast that, because Force is more versatile.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, here we go. When did I get the Charizard emote? I have no idea. It just appeared in my thingies. Okay, looks like Doomsday is about to resolve. Yeah, Doomsday is resolving. That's probably a good spot for us to be in.
Yeah.
It looks like a past turn pile. I guess we could technically actually draw into our pile with Whale, but that's not doing anything.
No, let's so let's grab did we put Flusterstorm in there?
We can.
So
It's
I
just
think
like
what
they
I
can
would
probably
do
like
is
pay for Flusterstorm at some point. Unless they're hardcast, I might trap, yeah.
yeah, so I think I would make so Thassa and Cavern we want for sure. We have Ideas Unbound in hand. So I think what I would do is make Flusterstorm and Edge of Autumn.
And then you got one more slot.
Yeah, maybe a Pyroblast. Can you just how many lands do we have open? Or
We got
do
like
we
a
have
ton.
available
1,
for
2,
us?
3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 lands.
So we can tap 2 Underground Sea. We can tap. We start out by tapping Tropical to cast Veil. Then we tap 2 Underground Seas to cast Ideas Unbound. And if they counter, we counter back, and then we draw Edge. We draw Thassa. We draw Pyroblast, and we draw Cavern. And then we have Volcanic Trop. No, we don't have Trop open. We have Volcanic and Badlands open, right?
Volcanic and Badlands open. So we go for this, Volcanic, Badlands, and I guess Snowcovered Swamp? Or are we gonna use... We can also like just get a...
Yeah, so the Swamp... We aren't gonna cast this, use the Swamp. We could, but then they can Veil. I think it's fine. So let me just think here. So Trop cast Veil. It doesn't bound off Underground Sea, force it back, then draw Pyroblast, Edge, and have 3 mana. Yeah, I think that's the pile we build. So put a Pyroblast in there.
Awesome. So we got Cavern, Edge, Flusterstorm, Pyroblast, and Thassa. That should be good enough, right?
Yeah, so you want to put like Thassa on the bottom and then Cavern.
Thassa, Cavern, and then Edge and Pyroblast, Flusterstorm on top?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Do we actually want to draw the Pyroblast instead of Fluster? I guess, doesn't really matter.
No, I think it's better to be able to pitch Flusterstorm to Force of Will.
Okay, cool.
But I guess that's sort of a up for debate.
Monkeys Can't Cry is saying the same in chat right now. I always thought your nickname, by the way, was Monkeys Can Try, as in like even bad players can try. But then after like years, I realized it's Monkeys Can't Cry, and I don't even know if monkeys can't cry, but I mean, if you say that. So, we take 1 more damage from the flying snake. The snake on a plane. It actually looks more like it's coming down a mountain or something. And then we are basically starting off the Whale you mentioned, right? Because
we're starting off Veil.
Ideas.
Yeah. We're starting off Veil, and if that goes through, we should have it here.
Okay, they force, pitch, ponder. Do we just like force back? Pitch Flusterstorm. That's actually really weird. Oh, we have 1 minute left, by the way. 50 seconds.
Yeah. Just let it resolve and then cast Ideas Unbound.
Oh, this is just so much better. You're right. I was like so into... Okay, everything worked. Okay, now we got Merfolk here. Merfolk. Okay. And then we can just like draw our girly. Or Thassa's Oracle with this. This deck just like always works. Do we have? Oh yeah, we have double blue. For a second, I was like, oh my god, where's my double blue? Hit me!
Yeah.
Hit me!
Finish
And
it.
they might have Mindbreak Trap here, so you
But
you
we
have
can
to
fight
fight
back
over
like
that.
twice.
Yep.
We got this,
Just
so they got one
Pyroblasting in
last
case
card.
they have
and-
Veil.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Force. And it looks like we're gonna take it. Are we gonna take it? We are gonna take it! Oh, about this deck, man.
Sweet. Good job.
Flawless victory.
Dude, you're helping me out so much. I would be so lost without you, man. Are you streaming, by the way? I never asked.
I know I've considered streaming, but for now I have a YouTube channel I've had for like 5 years where I put out videos every now and then of me playing leagues and like talking while I'm playing. I would like to stream. It just wasn't feasible when my kids were younger, and but now it might be. But we'll see. It's a little bit of a like Romario actually helped me out a lot getting like my Twitch account set up and stuff. I just need to get to like do the final push to actually get through it.
Yeah, if you need any kind of help, like with technical stuff or promotion, let me know, because you're really. I think in Legacy especially, there's so many people who are so incredibly good that like everybody in Legacy, quote unquote, in the know knows about. Like we haven't really like talked at before, but I've always like known you for years to be like one of those guys. But
Right.
a lot of people don't, and they only know about the people who are putting out like videos and stuff on like Twitch or stuff. I mean, you mentioned you got a YouTube channel, and by the way, if you're watching this, I'm also gonna put that in the links down below. But there's so many killers, so many absolute masters that people don't know about, and that they should know about. So the Legacy has this rich vault to dip into of knowledge that even the people who've been playing the format for many years haven't even touched upon. Like look at me, I've been playing Legacy for 15 years, and I'm only now fully learning about the wonders of Doomsday. God, this is already looking good again.
Ooh, it's too bad we don't have like an island to turn on days, but I have a hard time mulliganing this hand. I mean, it's very soft if we get like discarded or if they have Force of Will, but
the thing is, we're gonna draw Street Wraith on the first turn, and oh, what is this gonna be? Oh my god, this is, you know what this could be? This could be turn 1 Lotus. Oh, okay, Sai. Okay, you got that. I thought maybe they're gonna play Blood Moon in the first turn, then we're still gonna win. Here, do we just like randomly Doomsday?
we do. This is our worst matchup, and we got a very acceptable opening from them, an anemic, non-Chalice, non-Narset. So we can still very much lose this. If they can go Narset turn 2, it's very bad for us. But so the thing is, if we we can beat Chalice for 1 on their next turn if they were to have it. But if they had it, they would have played it this turn, I think. I'm just thinking about what we want here.
I kind of want to lead on the LED because it makes us look a little bit like we could beat Dredge, even though like that's so unlikely. But maybe they're gonna force the LED.
But I mean, they don't have Force. That deck doesn't play Force in the main. Like I would say, 5 out of 6 lists don't.
Okay.
So I would.
So we already managed to beat Force. Success.
Yes, exactly. The only thing we don't beat is like them having Karn turn 2 or some other nasty thing. So what we want to do here is probably just cast Badlands, go Dark Ritual Doomsday, and then while we're making our pile, we'll decide whether or not to play out the LED. And then if I'm wrong and they have Force, then that's too bad.
Yeah, I mean they probably would. Oh, it was like, what happened? Oh, Doomsday resolved. Oh no, Dark Ritual resolved. And then I guess Doomsday's. Man, turn 1 Doomsday is just so amazing. This is. Turn 1 Doomsday feels like you show up to a tournament, you look at anyone and you're like, guys, I don't even want to be here. I just want to get over this. I want to win and just get off my back. It's like you're playing Belcher, but you're playing super sophisticated Belcher. You're drinking like fine tea and like adjusting your, how do you call it, like a monocle or something? You're like, oh yeah, let's do this. Turn 1 Doomsday. This is so good. Okay, I know it's going to be Cavern, I know it's gonna be Thassa. So you mentioned this is our worst matchup. Why exactly is it? Is it Karn? Is it Chalice?
No. The thing is, like it's a deck that has a it's a highly volatile Chalice deck. It has a lot of like I think it has to be one of the Chalice decks in the format that has the most turn 1 2-mana turns, right? Because they have all the Moxen, all the Mox Opals, the Petals, and all the Soul Lands. So they also have 4 Narset, and Narset is a very good card against this. And here they combo with it with Echo. So and then after board they have Forces, and then also while Karn isn't as devastating against us as it is against like Tess, it still like slows us down. Like if they go Karn next turn, it means we're not winning next turn, and that likely means they have enough time to just like get to Microsoft.
Are we not winning if they go Karn next turn? Oh, because we don't have blue mana, I guess. Because you can put like 3.
We need the LED.
Yeah,
but we want the LED, and we don't have any blue mana. So I think what we have to hope for is that they panic and hope that like they just have to do a Chalice play. There's also an argument to be made for us grabbing a Pyroblast to Pyroblast a Narset, but I think if Narset comes down, it's just we just have to accept that will kill us. So I would take Thassa, and I would take Ideas Unbound, and I would take Street Wraith.
And then we got 1 more slot.
Yeah, and that will have to be a Petal, I think. And no, we don't want the Cavern. I say that, okay. But then, well, no.
Chalice on 2 is gonna be awkward.
We do want. Yeah, Chalice on 2 is why we want the Cavern. But if they Chalice on 2, then we can't Ideas Unbound either, and it's just going to be a slow, not pleasant experience for us. But it might still work. So let's see. What's the pile right now? It's Thassa's Oracle, it's Street Wraith, it's Ideas Unbound, it's Cavern, and it's a Petal.
Exactly, yeah. So I guess the idea is to Street Wraith into the Ideas Unbound with LED, and then cast the Ideas Unbound with 1 blue floating, get the Cavern down, and cast Thassa. That's how I understand it right now.
I mean, repeat that, please.
So the idea right now, I would understand, is to next turn cast LED, use Street Wraith, response LED for triple blue, draw into Ideas Unbound, draw the rest of our deck with Ideas Unbound, have 1 blue floating, get Caverns down, and Thassa, and then we have one freelance card, which could be anything pretty much.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. The thing is, we're making this pile because we want to win next turn, and we don't want the game to go longer. We could also make a cycler, like someone is suggesting, like Romario is suggesting, like put some cyclers. So instead of Ideas Unbound, we could put like 2 Street Wraith and a Cavern of Souls. Sorry, and Etch of Autumn. But because we don't have a blue mana on tap right now, so we can't play one of our 1-mana cantrips, it means passing twice. So that's my estimation, that we want to win next turn and not give them another turn. But there's a bunch of stuff we can lose to. So that's what I want to do.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have a Chalice. Like, I'm so sure they would have cast Chalice instead of the Sai on the first turn. So you mentioned there's Karn. Karn itself we don't fear too much. Like, we have Cavern, then I guess we could even put like a blue source in there, like a land. But whatever is gonna come off the, like, is there anything they can fetch from the sideboard with Karn that would like screw us the turn afterwards?
Liquid Metal Coating would kill our lands. But we only have bad lands
Unless
right
it's
now.
a fetch land.
Yeah.
Oh, but then we need to put another thing into the pile, I guess.
So if we don't think they have, if we don't think that they have the, what do you call it, the Chalice, then we could also make the top card a land that makes blue mana. Cast a Ponder, like draw. Cast a Ponder, sack LED, but yeah, no, I don't know. I don't like that. That does lose like a top deck Chalice or whatever. I would go with this, but it's definitely sort of one of those where we lose to some stuff.
What else are we losing to? Like, Karn is something that could. You mentioned Narset and Karn is 2 big things you want to beat, right?
Yeah, but those are it. Like Narset and Narset and Echo, and that's a KO. Narset alone is not a KO, but it's gonna slow us down a bit.
I'm all yours. Well, this is the finals of the PTQ. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm just thinking if there's a way we can beat Karn next turn. I think Karn is what I'm mostly afraid of. Like, they didn't show us a way to make blue mana on turn 1, so for them to have blue next turn is not that likely. And like you said, Chalice would have come down if they had it, most likely. So what do we do if they make Karn? If they make Karn, then it's
Then we
better
need
for
a
us.
Cavern, or like we basically need 2 blue sources if they make Karn, right? And one of them needs to be a
Yeah,
fetch
I mean,
land.
if they make Karn, then our best choice, our best course of action is to have like as many cyclers, basically. I think, or like a land and a cycler.
We
So
basically need 2 lands, right? Like, actually, if you want to beat Karn, like, we need 3 lands. We need a fetch land.
we need the land. Yeah, we need like an island and like the cavern, for instance.
Yeah, and a fetch land,
so
because
let's
otherwise
say-
the liquid metal coating is going to shut off our land.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we can also, like,
I think-
they're not going to remove our Thassa and respawn, so we can cast Thassa with like 2 cards left in the library, and it's probably going to get there.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So maybe actually we can build a pile that is fetch land. Fetch land. I still need to pass too many times though, right?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, we'd have a pile that wins on the next turn if they don't have Karn, and that wins on the turn afterwards if they do have Karn.
No, we have to pass. We have to pass 3 times, Julian, if we do it that way, because we need to draw the fetch land, draw the Thassa, and then draw the cavern. And if Karn is down,
we
not.
still have like Ponder and Preordain in hand, so we can like still. Yeah, okay, but then.
But then we need to
to
expose our land to liquid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly.
Unless we draw Brainstorm,
my
then we could
gut-
like Daze and bounce it. Yeah, but then we lose a land drop. That's so bad. How can we cast Doomsday in the first turn and still feel like this bad? You mentioned how this is our worst matchup,
Yeah.
and I can feel it.
Yeah. My gut
Honestly,
instinct
by
is
the
still
way,
to just.
it's very
Yeah.
unlikely they're
Go
gonna
ahead.
cast Narset next turn because they need another Lotus Petal on top of that for the double blue. So I would like rule out Narset at this point. If we have to
Yeah.
decide which one we want to
So-
beat.
Okay.
Or I guess they could
so-
have like another, like, I don't know, some kind of Mox or something. But if I had to decide between beating Karn or beating Narset, I would probably try to beat Karn.
Okay. Let's say they have. By the way, I think your timer is running out. Your inactivity.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes. Oh, is it? I don't see. No,
it
there's
was
no
just
activity timer.
up on the screen before.
Oh, is it? I didn't
It
see
was
it.
there just before, but I don't know if you then clicked something that made it go away.
No,
And if
no.
you actually made an
Also,
action.
it somehow chose these cards.
Oh, okay. So it's chosen those cards.
Yeah.
Can you click on one of them?
I can click
Then
on
what
Thassa,
happens?
and then I guess we can. Yeah, then we can change it again. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's just try and while we're wasting our opponent's time here, I feel very bad. But let's just try and see if we can think about a Karn pile that wins in 2 draws instead of 1. I don't think we can, but let's see if we can. Let's say we draw. We want fetch land. We want Thassa,
I think we can
and
easily
then
win
we
in
want.
2 draws. But yeah, go ahead.
So they untap, they make Karn, they grab liquid metal coating, they pass
Yeah,
the turn
then
to
we
us.
play Polluted Delta.
We play polluted delta, we pass.
Yeah.
Right? Or do we then we have to pass?
We
Yeah.
just play Polluted
pa-
Delta, and I guess we can play LED, but we just play Polluted Delta and pass. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we've passed twice. So
Yeah.
they get their turn. They cast the liquid metal coating. They probably make our delta an artifact, and so we have
Yeah.
to fetch it.
And then we have to
And
naturally
then
draw
we're
what
not-
we need. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess we can put a bunch of cyclers in there.
Yeah. But we still need to draw like we need 3 cards to be drawn.
Yeah, but we draw
We
one
need to
card
draw
randomly
a
for the
fetch.
turn. And
I think
you're right.
Nanuel Kant is making a very good point. Since when is this a coward stream?
Okay, cool. So I'm all yours once again. Just tell me which pile you would go for here. I don't want to be like I'm the Doomsday newbie.
Okay, but
and
I
you've played
would.
this.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think any of the Karn pile things is looking very sort of good. So if we make a Karn pile that beats Karn, it probably won't end up beating Karn because they get too many draw steps to then draw like whatever cantrip or not cantrip, like Chalice or Narset or something or an Echo. So I think I just want to make the pile I started out with and hope they aren't sitting with Karn as one of their last 4 cards. And if it is, I'm ready to fall on that sword. So it was just click the Thassa and we got there.
Okay, so we got Polluted Delta, Snow-Covered Island, Cavern, Thassa, and I don't even see what's the 5th card. One.
Wait, was there a Snow-Covered Island?
4. Yeah, right now we got Snow-Covered Island, Polluted Delta, Cavern, and Thassa.
We need ideas on
Mario
that.
is saying we should go for Island, Cycler, Cavern, and Thassa's Oracle. Which basically passes the turn twice and then wins. And I guess that loses to Karn. But I guess we already said we can't beat Karn?
Yeah, I mean that loses to Karn. This way we don't lose to Karn.
Okay.
Well, we lose to Karn, but we don't pass more than once.
I don't wanna hold this up too much now. So just I'm gonna unselect everything and you just tell me what we're gonna get here.
Okay, so we want to draw Street Wraith, cycle Street Wraith, sack LED, draw Ideas Unbound, cast Ideas Unbound, draw Petal, Thassa, and Cavern. No, Cavern of Souls. It doesn't really matter the last card, but let's just make it a Cavern of Souls.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it didn't select Thassa. Okay. Okay, cool. There's actually a world where we like no, that doesn't work. So what goes on the bottom? I guess Cavern and Thassa go on the bottom, and then this. Okay, cool. It took forever, but we found the way to. It would be hilarious if they just passed the turn here, and we just. Huh?
And that's fine. I'm just worrying you. So you put Street Wraith on top, right? Yeah. All right, good. So, and then we definitely send our opponents a gift basket or something.
Okay, so now they have Karn, which is basically what we expected, right?
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah. Then we're... Oh, no, wait. I thought we were playing around.
Then we're out.
I think we can't
Yeah,
win now.
No. We can't now. No. We should have made the Petal. We should have made...
Was there really
one
no
of those
pile
cards
that beats Karn? I can't believe that. Is there really
no, there were piles that
beat...
There were piles that beat Karn, but they involved passing 3 times.
But that's
we
okay,
couldn't
right?
pass just once. Well, I mean, yeah, but this way if they didn't have Karn, if they didn't have exactly
I thought
Karn,
there was no pile that beats Karn, like in the first, like at all. And that's why we went for this pile. Because if there was a pile that beats Karn, I would have definitely like gone for that for sure. Yeah, I guess okay, we're gonna beat them in the second and third game.
Yeah, right. Well, we can stream or yeah. Okay, so let's laser focus here. Okay.
But
My
we're never
screen, you
gonna
were
hear the end of
cycling
this on
Street
YouTube.
Wraiths and stuff. No. Yeah,
well,
like monkeys
can cry. They can lattice us, but the lattice thing involves them drawing like another 2-soul thingy. And I'd be happy to lose to that. Like, if there's any way we can beat Karn, I think that's the only thing we should do. If that loses to lattice, at least that requires them to have another soul land or something. But if we're like stone cold dead to Karn, I think that we should like try. I still don't know what the pile is that actually beats Karn, but I think that's probably the way to go. But yeah, how do we like play spell pieces here?
Yeah, definitely Spell Pierce. Both Spell Pierces and the 2 Red Blasts.
Okay, how about Abrupt
Because
Decay?
because they yeah, Abrupt Decay as well.
I actually don't hate this matchup post-board. We have like Forces, we have Dazes, we have Spare Pierces. This is not that bad. They don't have Wastelands.
Oh yeah, post board on the play, it's not the worst, but
On the draw, right? That's why they get
problem
you.
is they have so many bombs. Like if they go turn 1 Chalice, you might lose on the spot if you don't have Force and your hand is like 4 1-drops. If you force it, then next turn they go Narset. I mean, all right. So I think we want.
So
we
Mario
need to worry
is
about what
suggesting
we're.
bringing in Bayou instead of Snow-Covered Swamp, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that. I think we can cut some Dazes. I don't love Daze in this matchup.
Okay.
Because they just like the Soul Lands and like Artifact Mana means they often don't tap out for shit.
How about Thought Seizes? Like on the draw, they're probably coming out, I would think. I don't know about on the play.
Yeah, I agree with that. On the draw, I wouldn't like them, but on the play, they're probably fine.
Predict, maybe?
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, 2 mana do something spells are actually not the worst against that kind of deck, but the same.
We have 20 seconds to cast.
Okay. How many cards need to go
4
out?
more cards. We need to cut 4. I've removed 2 Dazes and I need to cut 4 more cards.
Okay, remove 1 more Daze, remove Limdul's Vault, remove Predict, and remove Lotus Petal.
Okay, so let's remove those.
I'm a little bit sort of being rushed
And
here. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
Juski, it's going well. We are 3-1 for the stack, but we are up against our worst matchup in the world right now. We got 3 lands. We got an Ideas Unbound, a Preordain, and basically 2 blasts. This looks really weak against the Chalice, but yeah, against Chalice and Karn, like I'm not too big of a fan of this hand actually.
Me neither. I think sadly we probably want to ship this.
Okay, this looks actually keepable. So we got 2 Forces, 2 lands, Dark Ritual, and Brainstorm and Ponder.
Yeah, that sounds good. So you say 2 lands, right?
Yeah,
okay, I see it now. I don't know, like, the thing is, maybe we just need 1 land because we need a land to find Doomsday. But at the same token, do we recover from casting 2 Force of Wills, or is 1 force being pitched to the other?
I don't hate the 2 forces. On the other hand, like we're probably gonna ponder on the first turn, so we might force on the first turn pitching either Brainstorm or Force, but at least then we get to keep Dark Ritual, which we might need.
I agree. I think we want to put back Scalding Tarn and then go like Underground Sea Fetch. Delta Fetch, Underground Sea Cast Ponder.
Yeah. The opponent kept 7, looks like. So let's see how that's gonna go.
That's scary. Okay, and we have to play fast-ish, anyways.
Oh, we have to win 2 matches, right? 2 games, yeah.
Yeah.
But we can do that. I mean, I'm already a Doomsday expert at this point. Oh, I hope this finds Doomsday. It does not. It finds Abrupt Decay, Tropical Island, and Underground Sea. Like, Abrupt Decay isn't the worst, I guess. Actually, we can't. Well, we can cast it off the Tropical Island.
I think we keep this.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep this, and let's make it so that we can Abrupt Decay next turn.
Yeah, so let's draw, I guess, Tropical and put Abrupt Decay, or
the sweet thing is that now we can actually let Chalice resolve.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a good chance they go turn 1 Chalice if they kept 7 post-board against us.
We almost hope they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just basic island. What else is gonna be opponent? Oh, nothing. Okay, they passed the turn. I guess then we just make a land drop and pass the turn again.
I think so too.
Maybe they just go like island, Chalice. So we basically trade our turn 2 for their turn 1 and 2 or something like that. Island. Lotus Petal, you got that. Is it Nasrid? No, that's Emery. Oh, I already let it resolve. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I thought Emery is.
Yeah,
not gonna
no,
have
no. I
purpose.
think Emery is one of those trap cards we can't afford to fight over. That's been my experience, anyways.
Yeah.
Whenever I've fought over an Emery, I've then lost to the next turn bomb.
You can only get back Mox Opal next turn anyway. So is this like main phase Brainstorm?
I would say so.
Let's try
Off the
that.
Underground Sea.
Yeah. Okay, we didn't really find too much, but we found Preordained Ponder and
What did we find?
Fetch Land. Preordained Ponder Fetch Land.
Okay, so maybe put back Underground Sea and
Maybe even Abrupt
the
Decay, I don't
pond
know.
and the Preordain.
Okay.
I would, yeah. I think we want to cast Ponder of the freshly cracked fetch land to or like tropical maybe, but to find find Doomsday.
It's kind of awkward. Actually, no. We got Volcanic Island here.
Or
Right?
do you want to?
Because
Do you
that
want
turns
to?
on Paraplast.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's awkward then if we find Doomsday, right? Because we can't cast it, but I think it's probably
we
correct.
found Doomsday, but we can still do that next turn. So now we put Doomsday second from the top, and we draw the Red Elemental Blast, and then we are basically like in a pretty safe position here. We probably can't, we still have to pass one more time, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's good we found the Red Blast because I feel like for sure they have like a Force of Will, and in some unfortunate case where they had two, then this is good.
Yeah.
It also means we can like Force of Will a Karn if we feel like we have to, and then not feel terrible.
So what's it gonna be? Emery isn't doing anything yet. So this looks to be Karn, I guess. Oh, this Narset. Do we just like Red Blast Narset?
Yeah, no reason to
We
give
can
them
also-
the card.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh yeah, of course it gives them another card. That's actually a good point. I was like, we can actually Abrupt Decay, but it still gives them another card, so might as well just like fight here. Okay,
Yeah.
that worked. I wonder if... Okay, Emery is gonna get back the Mox Opal. They don't wanna attack us. Okay, now there's the Doomsday. I guess we just go for it here. We got the Dark Ritual, we got the Doomsday, and then we got one Force. So they basically need like 2 Force. There's actually a world where they have like Flusterstorms. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay, it worked. So Doomsday resolved. Once again, how do we win? We have one Force of Will and then Abrupt Decay. They would have probably cast Karn last turn, I would guess.
Maybe. I think Narset is also like really valuable. So it's not impossible they could have Karn, but
True.
I don't think Karn doesn't do enough here, I don't think anyways. And we can choose to fight over it. I would get Ideas Unbound, and then I would get Cycler, and then like a Cavern, Thassa, and a Petal, probably.
Awesome. Let's go for that. Thassa, there it is.
It's one mana more than we have to. But if they make Karn, then it's not one more mana. Like the Petal is the extra mana.
Awesome. So I guess Ideas Unbound is gonna be the top card, and then I guess Edge can also be the top card. Doesn't really matter too much, does it?
You know what? Actually, I think no, it's fine. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, Edge is fine in the pile, and not on top.
So we got 6 minutes, so I guess Thassa and Cavern are gonna be the bottom cards again, and then Ideas on top, something like that.
Yeah, Ideas is the top card, and then followed by, as long as Edge of Autumn isn't on the bottom, it's fine. The last 3 cards,
awesome.
Whatever. But maybe put Thassa as the top one, just in case Ideas gets countered and we can't fight. Whatever. It probably shouldn't matter too much.
So let's see.
Yeah, Petal is turned off by Karn, but we have enough mana if that happens. We have 3 lands that all make blue mana, and we need.
I think
and
at this
then we have
point
the Cavern that we'll be drawing.
Like you mentioned, we almost want them to cast Karn here, right? Because it doesn't really do anything. Like, if they cast Karn here, I think we might even just let it resolve, or is that wrong?
Yeah, it depends on the mana, but it seems like we would let it resolve, I think.
The other thing, like, the only thing is if they cast Karn here and then they get liquid metal coating and then we force suffer liquid metal coating, well, the Mox Opal isn't turned on yet, but they can lose the Lotus Petal twice, so they could get down Karn plus liquid metal coating through Force of Will. But would that really matter?
But that includes
still...
that means they have Force of Will, right? That they would have to have Force of Will for that. Or do you mean they would use Emery to recast it? If we let Karn
resolve and we Force of Will the liquid metal coating, that then Emery gets it back, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, they would need
to
use Emery twice, of course. Yeah, they can't use Emery twice.
No, we don't die to Echo.
We can counter Echo.
Doomsday is in our graveyard. We if they Echo us here, I think we almost just let it resolve.
Oh, does it say draw up
we don't
to
have
7
to
cards?
worry about drawing cards. No, it says draw 7, but like we have 3 in our hand, 1 in the graveyard, 5 in the deck. That's 9 cards. So we'll just basically draw 7, have 2 cards left when we get our turn.
Man, I didn't even think about Echo. Okay, so here we just go for Ideas Unbound while having the Underground Sea Slab. It doesn't really matter too much, right? Yeah, we just try that.
No.
So they have hardcast something. Hardcast Force, it looks like.
On the Ideas?
Yeah. I guess we fight back, right?
Yeah, we fight back here and hope they don't have another Force.
Well, even if they do have another Force, we can eventually probably just get there. Okay, so what was I saying? There was something I was trying to play around at some point. I guess we run... Oh yeah, that was like Click, but I mean, we're not playing around Click here. We can't anyway. Okay, so we get this, then the trigger goes in the stack, then we edge, and then we... Come on, like... Okay, cool. Give us this win. Oh, we didn't... Oh, that was something.
Did you not play the Cavern?
There was something. Yeah, I did not play
Julian.
the Cavern. I'm such a noob. Okay, so is there anything you want to change?
The fact that they decided... How many dazes are in right now?
We got 1 daze in the deck and 2 Thoughtseizes.
Well, neither are particularly great on the draw. Just wondering if there's something we would want over those Thoughtseizes. I'm thinking if Limdul's Vault is worth... Yeah, I mean, it's not good to have Limdul's Vault against a deck that has counter magic, but at the same time, they don't have very much counter magic. And if they go turn 1 Chalice, Limdul's Vault is one of those cards that can actually just find a Doomsday, and if we have 3 lands, then we end up turn on their 3rd turn, we end up turn LDV, get Doomsday on tap, cast LDV, cast Doomsday. So I'm not hating Limdul's Vault actually. So maybe go -1 Thoughtseize plus 1 LDV. That would probably be my thing.
We're gonna do that. Like, this Battle of Wine on the left of me tells me we are definitely gonna do that. We're gonna go 4-1 and it's gonna be glorious.
Well, if we beat them...
got turn 1 Doomsday with a lot of mana floating. I'm not sure if we want to do that.
Hang on. I'm still waiting to see the hand. What is it? Can you...
It's 2 Dark Rituals, an LED, a Fetch Land, a Tropical, an Underground Sea, and a Doomsday. These are the hands, man. These are the hands. Like, you sit down in game 3 of the finals of a GP, and you look at your hands like turn 1 Doomsday, and you're like...
Yeah.
I mean, this hand is even...
So this is one of those hands. If we get turn 1 Chalice here, it's obviously very bad, but we still have a chance to draw a 3rd black producing land and maybe cast Doomsday. So are they mulliganing?
We're on the draw even. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
They mulligan to 6, yeah. At least 6.
I mean,
we'll find out more about that in the near future.
Yeah. I think against them, I am happy enough to not like to lose to a Force of Will, like if they actually have that, because I don't think they play Force of Negation, so it is like, yeah, so they keep 7.
They keep 6.
Oh, they keep 6. Okay.
Yeah. You know what, we're gonna keep this, and we still have like our random draw for the turn, and maybe that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
we
yeah.
find Brainstorm. Maybe we find a second Doomsday. The LED is awkward though.
So what do they do? I'm not seeing it because I'm delayed.
They put a card on the bottom and they cast probably Chalice first turn. Yeah, they got a Chalice and 1 on the first turn. And a Lotus Mox Opal. And we draw another fetch land, which is another black source. So that should probably be good. I'm actually gonna run out the... Actually, do we run out the LED? I mean, probably.
We run it out. Yeah, we run it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chalice for 0 is really awkward for them, but if they suspect us having like LED and stuff, then they might do it.
Maybe the rest of the hand sucks. That's basically what we're hoping for. So basic island into, I would guess, Psy. It actually is Psy. Okay, Psy is good for us. Doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Okay, we found Preordain, which does nothing. So I guess I'm gonna just cast another fetch, play another fetch land. And then we can try for like a Doomsday on turn 3. Like we can't protect it with any of our protection spells unless we draw Force of Will. So I guess we just run out on naked Doomsday. So they got Ursa's Bobble, like whatever. Guess that looks at a random card from our hand, right? That's how it works? Yeah, target player's hand.
Yep.
And even if we lose, apparently the opponent is a big fan of my stream, so there's something.
That's good.
Yeah, that's all. If you're not following right now, you definitely should click the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, you need to click the subscribe button. And if you want to go even deeper, you go to Patreon and you click that pledge button. Bam, I'm getting better at this. One day I will remember it. I don't know what's it called on Instagram. Instagram is probably like follow or something. Okay, the opponent didn't even attack us with our Psy. Opponent forgot to attack us with their Psy and did nothing else. Okay, we drew Cavern, which does nothing, I guess. Do we just like cast a naked Doomsday here against 2 cards?
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay. Let's do that. We're gonna get a bunch of Underground Seas here. Underground Sea. I guess we could get a Bayou. I guess we already have Tropical Island, so it doesn't really matter.
I would get CC Badlands probably.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Doomsday. Everybody in chat, come on. Repeat after me. Doomsday.
Doomsday. Doomsday. Doomsday. Doomsday. Fuck. Hardcast Force of Will?
Oh, they got Hardcast Force of Will. Okay. Well, we're gonna draw another Doomsday then. Or maybe we're gonna draw Limdul Sword, you know? Right now they're attacking us for 2 a turn, like whatever.
Right. That's unfortunate. But is what it is.
It is what it is. And we can always draw another one of those. We can even draw Abrupt Decay. And then we take out the Chalice and then we preordain into Doomsday.
Exactly.
So right now the opponent
What are we drawing?
Yeah, so we drew a Cavern of Souls and they just played another Ancient Tomb and they attack us for 2. So right now it's actually not that bad. Okay, we found Ponder, that's not good. Das ist nicht gut. This is not good. Okay, we're basically looking to draw Limdul Sword. Okay, they played another land. So they're probably like drawing Stone Cold Dead here right now. They're also not sacrificing their Mox Opal to draw 2 cards, which they probably should. Okay, I'm gonna run this one out. I'm gonna name Merfolk. Actually, I almost want to name Street Wraith. Maybe we can raise them with Street Wraith. Who knows? Like a 3/4 would be pretty good here at blocking the Thigh at least. Somebody's hosting us. Citai34 hosting us for 1 viewer. Hey, welcome. You exactly to the stream. Uh-oh, opponent's casting something for 4 mana. Oh, okay, it's Narset. Actually, I don't care too much about that. There's worse things they could have drawn. Okay, Narset finds LED. Like, how is that even a deck? I guess, okay, I guess it can mess us up a little bit to find the correct card. I'm just scared of the last card in hand.
If they find Echo...
Force of Will.
No, if it's Echo, we're out.
Yeah, that's the one card that messes us up. But I guess they would. There actually is Echo. Oh fuck, we're messed up. We've been beaten up like really badly now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. I'm basically almost ready to call it. On the other hand, like if you find Doomsday, still like any Doomsday pile that runs quickly through Narset. Actually, like
there is no other way.
Oh no, wait. Like there's Predict. Predict like takes away one card. Oh, now they have Karn as well. How the fuck did all of this happen like in a single turn? Oh,
I mean, they got to go
Wolfie
off.
in chat is making a good point. Like if you cast Doomsday, we actually lose life. I forgot that there was like a downside to the quintuple tutor.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
You know what this deck needs? Destroy all artifacts and colorless cards.
I've dabbled with the notion of putting in like a Meltdown or something.
Ooh,
or
yeah,
what's the new one?
Yeah, Meltdown. That's exactly what I want. We are super dead here. There's like not a single card in the game of Magic that will save us here.
No. Well, Cataclysm? No. We can't cast it.
I guess that would actually take away at least the Planeswalkers. Yeah, at this point we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next turn. And then we need to draw at least 2 more cards. Yeah, this is it. I'm calling it. The Doomsday deck has been Doomsdayed. Oh, gotta call it.
Well, we didn't face Delver, but we faced the bigger predator out there, the Echo deck. Like this is secretly my biggest fear is if this deck gains more traction, and like gets a bigger meta share, because we've been talking a lot about it in the Discord and stuff, and I just like whatever we come up with. Like I remember I played Null Rod in my sideboard for a while, trying against this deck, and it's just like it doesn't really matter what you do. Of the things I've tried, you end up sort of there were sort of halfway solutions. Someone was talking about playing like Leyline of the Void because it switches off their graveyard shenanigans, but it's just
Oh, that's already so bad, right? Because like the way they beat you is not through the graveyard. But yeah, this is the deck you mentioned in the beginning. You don't want to face this deck. We ended up facing this deck. It was as tough as you described it. I thought it would be a little bit better, but yeah, the fact that they have forces post-board is actually making this really weird.
Yeah. I mean, we would have won if they hadn't had the force. I guess that's sort of a bit of a blank statement. But and we took a game off of them. I don't. It is it's just not good. And just try to avoid it. I think rather than completely warping the sideboard, I think it's probably just fair to say that.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna open the treasure chests.
What?
We're gonna open this treasure chest.
Yeah.
And we're gonna find Allosaurus. What's it called? Rider.
Oh, Rider.
Shepherd.
Rider.
No, we're gonna
Shepherd,
find Shepherd. No, we ended up finding Enter the God Eternals and 20 player points, which is almost as much as the thing is worth. Anyway, so this is something. Our class is almost half full, which I guess means less than half full. But yeah, we found something. Oh my god, Martin, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Thank you so much for teaching me the fine art of Doomsday. Once again, can you like just drop your social media and anything you have? Maybe you're selling a house somewhere and you want to get the word of that out. Where can people find you, and if they want to learn more about you? Because the Discord link, that's going to be in the show notes and on YouTube. And where else would people be able to find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Martin FS Nielsen. Very easy to, excellently chosen Twitter handle. And yeah, my YouTube channel is YouTube / Martin Nielsen _ nevilshute, all in one go. So yeah, I think
do you primarily have like Doomsday content on your YouTube, or what's going on your YouTube right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not averse to trying out other things, but basically I'm only doing Doomsday now because that's all I play. I used to almost only do ANT. Then I took like a 3-year break from making videos, and then I came back and I have done only Doomsday. So I'm a bit sort of devoted to whatever I'm sort of into. So yeah.
I really gotta try that Doomsday channel. Like I'm not even part of that yet, but this like you really got me hooked on this. Yeah, I think that's gonna be